Lazarus!
Hello and welcome to a very special High Rollers D&D. Welcome, my name is Kim Richards and I am your Dungeon Master for today. And first of all, happy Lunar New Year! Hey, Gongsi Pachai!
Hey!
I am running today's events and I am joined by my friends and players.
But
Hello.
Bum.
Welcome to Rhiannon.
Hello.
And Tom.
Hello.
Katie, Trot, and a very special player today. Who's this fresh boy? Mark Sherlock Hughes.
That was his player.
He's become a toddler.
How are you all doing?
The wonderful, easiest Sunday ever. It's been great. I've just been chilling out, having a lovely time. It's been mwah.
Oh. Excellent. Do you like being on that side, that little screen down there? Like you just,
Don't like
tucked
this.
above
No,
Trot?
I don't like the little tiny. No, I don't like that. Not at all.
Okay. You want to be up top.
Up top.
Well, as I mentioned, today is going to be a very special Lunar New Year one-shot written by myself. And just to make it kind of a disclaimer, this is a Lunar New Year one-shot, and it is based on Chinese tradition and Chinese mythology. I just want to acknowledge that Lunar New Year is celebrated by several ethnicities around East and Southeast Asia, but my celebration today will be based on Chinese, the way the Chinese celebrate it. So yeah, I just wanted to make that little distinction. We've got a couple of announcements. First of all, as part of the celebrations today, we have teamed up with a campaign called #KindRed or Kindred Packet, which is a little fundraiser put together by British Malaysian David Cam, where basically, because we couldn't celebrate Lunar New Year, at least in the proper way today, we couldn't get together because of Miss Rona, David put together this online initiative where he's put together a whole schedule of events, of which this is one of them today, and we want to raise a little bit of money, as you can see there. The target is £2,500. This fundraiser is actually going to be lasting until the 26th of Feb, so I reckon we could smash that target today.
Yeah.
Any money raised to this is going to be split between charities that support the homeless and the elderly. So if you want to know more, if you go to that link, links in chat at the moment, there's a link on that fundraiser that will take you to the whole schedule of events. There's yoga events, there's cooking events, there's story time, there's karaoke, there's mahjong sessions, and like I said, today is part of the KindRed Packet scheduling, and you can find out exactly what charities the money is going to be split between. So if you'd like to share the prosperity and share the wealth, then please go and consider donating over at KindRed Packet today. I'd like to suggest £2 is a very auspicious number, and £8. 8 is very lucky in Chinese. So yeah, £8 if you.
So
if
it's
you fancy
2,000.
200. 8 million. Do it.
£888 million. That's
But
super
Kim,
auspicious.
So that's through the separate link in chat that you can get by putting !red. If you do use the normal High Rollers donate button, that's gonna, just to be 100% clear, that's still gonna come to us. So just to make that 100% clear, that's my understanding, right? Yeah. Cool. So just
So if
in
you
case
want to
there's
donate
any confusion,
to charity, go to the GoFundMe. If you still want to donate to us, you can still donate to us at the usual links in chat as well. But yeah, if you want to donate
go
to
to
charity,
GoFundMe first.
then go to and go check out the schedule of events they've got. They've got some really fun things, all by Southeast Asian creators. So check it out. Does anyone have any more announcements?
No.
No.
Don't think so.
No.
Poo poo pee pee butt.
Very good.
Fart,
Yes.
Poo
Yes.
poo cum.
Fart, poo, pee, butts.
Very professional.
Thank you.
Asshole.
Ladies, do you want to add
This is
anything
what you do to
this?
me every week. Every week I have to deal with this. It's my time for revenge.
Yeah,
okay?
you just can't stop Kim saying pee pee poo butt and all that stuff while you're talking.
She
Yeah,
says
it's
butts
definitely
a
me.
lot. She says butts a lot.
I'm definitely
all
the
butts.
problem here.
the problem
I do say
child.
butts. I do say butts. I do say that. But yeah, are we ready to begin? I'm kind of wondering if we want to introduce your characters before we get into into the story. Actually, no. I'll tell you
Certainly.
what. I'll set you guys off, and then we can introduce your characters. So,
Set us
I
off.
guess, do we do
Sounds good.
Dun-Duns? Are we doing Dun-Duns? Oh,
I
no,
feel like
probably
Dungeons
not.
is an
It's probably not
Eros
very-
thing, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really relevant,
Instead,
is it? So,
Tom will give us an intro right now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to High Rollers for a Chinese New Year special Lunar New Year!
Lunar New
I meant
Year.
like,
Lunar New
I
Year.
meant
Lunar
like
New
a
Year.
song. A song.
Oh
Yeah.
I was getting into that. I was about to come back and go
Alright.
dun 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 ba da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. Lunar New Year, it's now here. Strato's me money and we're gonna play D&D right now. You can interrupt whenever you want.
I regret
No, I was hoping
everything.
you at least you didn't dab twice. Okay, well, let's begin. So the title
Take
of
it
this
away,
adventure is
Kim.
called The Jade Emperor's Invitation. Yes, Mark.
So take it away.
Oh.
I said, like, go.
Oh! He's got a notebook, podcast listeners, and he's not afraid to use it. So the party have been invited to the reunion feast, an important celebration on the eve of Lunar New Year, where friends and family travel from far and wide to come together and eat a grand meal to see the new year in. This party, in particular, are gathered together, nowhere specific, when suddenly in front of them several large animals wearing very stately court robes, black and blue court robes, and small circular black hats appear in front of them. In front of Mark's character, a tiger appears. In front of Katie, a horse. In front of Tom, a monkey. In front of Ree, a rooster. And in front of Trot, a Chinese dragon. And they're all decked out in this court regalia. Each of them bows to you
Got the
deeply
dragon.
and unveils a scroll, a beautiful gold and red scroll with your individual names written on it in beautiful calligraphy. You have been invited to the Jade Emperor's reunion feast to be held at the Immortal Peach Tree. The animals all give you these scrolls individually, they bow and they disappear. We are going to jump forward a little bit as you find yourselves in front of a gargantuan peach tree crowned with beautiful pink blossoms. Branches reach towards the sky, stretching towards the heavens. Enormous, thick roots dig deep into the earth, and delicate petals drift down like a gentle rain. Embedded into the trunk is a pair of enormous red doors with black calligraphy painted in a vertical line down each of them. The paint strokes flow and look like they're moving into different shapes. They're beautiful and have a sense of life and motion to them. At this point, I'd like you to all introduce your characters and give us a quick little description of who you are, starting with Ree or Obo.
Hello, I am Obo, a Loxodon bard. So Obo is quite a large creature. She's about 7 or 8 feet tall, with this huge elephant head and this I guess humanoid body, but also with the same grey-coloured elephant skin, huge hands, big old elephant feet, and her tusk has like these rings of like gold bangles around them. She's wearing like a very sort of loose and relaxed white, I guess like cotton tunic with a leather breastplate over the top, and on the the tunic there's like gold filigree of like elephants dancing and like various different musical instruments on it, and she has lots of wind instruments on her back, lots of like pipes and flutes and all that stuff. She's here to sing a song or two.
That sounds amazing. And for the podcast listeners in the audience, what class are you?
She is a bard.
I mean, we could probably have guessed from the wind instruments, but yes, just to confirm. Tom, why don't you go next?
I am Asius, a minotaur, a Minotaur, very, very large Minotaur. I am a level 3 Ranger, level 3 Barbarian. And he is, just a big, huge horned Minotaur covered in kind of Greek regalia, I suppose, with like the cloak over the
toga.
front and toga. And just imagine what would happen if you were to mix Asterius and Theseus together from Hades. And you get Asius.
Does he have like a cool haircut? Like he's got like a cool pompadour haircut, or?
Oh yeah,
he's
he's
got like
a
flowing locks
pompadour at the front. Yeah, all the way down. And
Nice.
just a fair warning, his charisma is 5.
Has he got like the little Greek short skirt? Has he got like the little Greek skirt, or has he got like
the
trousers
rings,
on?
like the rows of fabric
Leather.
as a little
like,
skirt
sleeve,
thing, yeah.
Nice.
And a massive belt.
Excellent.
Very
belt.
important detail.
Okay. Casey, why don't you go next?
I am playing Lollipop. Lollipop is a halfling fighter. She has sort of chain mail on, which is sort of silver in color, with a blue, like sort of a dark blue tabard over the top, and a dark blue cape. And then on the top of her head, she has a mane of bubblegum pink hair that is sort of half up in sort of a half up ponytail, half down. So sort of from the shoulders down, she looks like a very tough fighter, but from the head up, she looks a little bit whimsical and bubblegum pinky.
Glitter.
So that's
Nice.
that is her.
And
Every
is she
gnome
related
warrior
in
in
any
World
way
of
to
Warcraft.
Sunshine?
She might be related to Sunshine. She does have 2 other sisters, so yeah,
Cute.
she's one of 3.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Trot, you go next.
I am playing a character that was created entirely by Mark yesterday.
No, by random.
Entirely at random by Mark yesterday. I put my entire fate of my character in Mark's hands. He's very happy with what D&D Beyond came up with. I am Meepo, a little red kobold artificer, and he's a little greedy boy. He's got a little boomerang that doesn't come back when you hit.
All completely randomized. The weapon, his spells, everything randomized.
He's got grease spells. He's got like a bandolier of a variety of different colored vials. Some are swirling with energy. Some look really disgusting. And he kind of smells a little bit. I have a feeling he's trying to grow a tiny little goatee beard on the front of his face, but it's not going very well. And yeah,
He's
that's
got like
Meepo.
his little companions.
He's got a,
his
yes,
little-
he has a homunculus companion, a little tiny bot, steampunky kind of bot, which is almost as tall as him, I'd say. He's a very small little
Nice.
kobold.
Does he ride it?
He could ride it,
He's
yes. That's
tired.
He probably could.
I'm
yeah.
willing to take on
Resistant
board
Defender.
any additions to this character as we go.
Oh, and last but definitely not least, Mark.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna need. I'm still working on her voice. I need to get her voice right. But I am playing Mara Moonshimmer, who's my burrow folk bunny wizard. She's like a bunny person. She's a wizard. She wears this kind of very ostentatious white and purple outfit with a giant wizard's hat that her bunny ears stick up out of. She's got gray, sort of like white gray hair, a big pair of gold spectacles. She's very, very fabulous. And yeah, dressed all up with all sorts of like constellations and stars and moon symbols like on her outfit and things like that as well. And yeah, it's Kim has very kindly let me play test some homebrew stuff. So this is my homebrew burrow folk race. And she's a bit of a would very much like to be a famous wizard one day. So she's working on a couple of her own custom spells and things like that to hopefully be up there with Tasha, that bitch, and Mordenkainen that loser. That's
Wow.
very much where she wants to be one day. So
Bless.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Well, so we find this eclectic party of an elephant, a minotaur, a kobold, a rabbit, and a brightly coloured halfling.
And some cotton candy.
And some cotton candy,
walking
yeah.
candy.
Stood in front of this giant peach tree and stood in front of these red doors with this beautiful calligraphy painted down it. As you approach the door, the calligraphy... Oh, God, I can't speak today. What a day to not be able to speak. The calligraphy shifts and moves with purpose and flows down the door and forms into pools in front of you. Swirling around for a minute, it then forms up into two tall, imposing humanoid figures. Both wear ornate gold-scaled armor and wear elegant headpieces trimmed with fur and jewels. Rich golden belts are clasped around their waists, held shut by carved jade dog heads. One of them has a fiery red skin and the other a deep blue. Elegant strips of brightly coloured cloth coils behind their bodies and floats behind their head as if always in flight. They wield beautifully forged golden blades inlaid with gemstones, gold lotuses on the hilt. And they are alert, but friendly. And the red one steps forward, looks you all up and down, and just goes, hello, 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 what's going on here then?
Not what I was expecting.
Unexpected.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here?
Hello, hello, hello.
Is there trouble here then?
I think Lollipop would be like, hi, we have invitations.
That's as may be, but do you have proof of such an invitation?
Somewhere.
Mara will step forward and
moment.
take off her hat and say, "Of course, my dear guardians," and then reaches into the hat and pulls out the red envelope that we were given by the visitors when they approached us with the invitation and the seal, and just say, like, "Of course, I'm expecting Mara Moonshimmer will be invited to the most grand of places. You look fabulous, by the way, both of you." And she's admiring all the gold and jewels as she places the hat back on, just saying, just kind of examining how much these ornate weapons and things might be worth eventually. But yeah, I'll sort of hand that over.
The blue guard steps forward, and he hasn't said anything yet, but he gives quite a cold look and a thorough scan of your invitation, looking at you kind of observant, sort of, waiting for a moment of deception or, all right, it seems to be in order here. What about the rest of you?
I'll hand over, like, my invitation has been, like, really screwed up in my pocket, so she's just trying to, like, straighten it out and then just hands it over.
Oh, looks like it could be a forgery, Miss Lollipop, is it?
No, I'm really sorry. I'm just really, I'm not very good at keeping things nice and clean and stuff. Sorry. It's really nice. It's a nice invitation, though. Sorry.
You are aware that the heavenly and reverent Jade Emperor himself pens these invitations, worth quite a lot, you know?
Oh,
actually,
well,
it's
try and smooth it out.
it's not that. I'll be honest with you, I usually lose everything, so the fact that I've still held on to this proves that it's really, really valuable to me. I promise.
All right, I'll let you off with a caution. What about the rest of you, sorry lot? I mean, auspicious-looking lot. Yeah.
The tiny little kobold that barely wears a loincloth and a bandolier starts patting himself down frantically. And he's looking around for this ticket. He kicks this little rusted steampunk style autonomous thing, and its head pops up. And he starts. You can see the top half of him jump in,
like
his legs wiggling around, and he he throws like nuts and bolts and stuff like that out, and you hear these little horrible noises like echoing, reverberating from this homunculus, and then you see a hand pop up, and there's this really scrunched up ticket, and then he hops out and then just presents it, looking up at this guard.
What do you think this is? Am I to believe that this is the invitation that the Grand High Royal Jade Emperor made himself and had his royal guard deliver.
His little forked tongue licks his hand and then just straightens out his little goatee beard. And then he stiffens up and puffs his chest proudly.
I am uncertain as to why the Jade Emperor would invite someone that looks like a little demon. We don't like little demons, do we, Yulu? And Yulu, the blue guard, kind of just very solemnly crosses his arms, looking very threateningly at Meepo and kind of narrows his eyes. And the red guard continues, in fact, that is why we are here. We are the Door Guardians. We are not allowed to let evil spirits into this place. In fact, we like feeding evil spirits to Tiger. Should we feed you to Tiger, little evil spirit?
No. No. I'm going to use my action.
Here we go.
Grovel, cower, and beg.
This is a kobold racial ability. Yep.
Which essentially is meant to be a distracting thing, but you literally see Meepo fall to his knees and just start weeping and just begging that, please let me in. I'm not a demon at all, please.
Well, it's quite pathetic, isn't it, really?
Lollipop will go over and be like, oh, no, it's okay. Oh, he's really upset. He doesn't mean it. Look, he's sad.
I'm not a demon.
Hey, don't worry about it. This guy, he's not evil. He's not evil. And even though this one here looks pretty delicious. Anyway, here's my invitation. I hope you let me know.
Is he speaking a different language to anybody else? Is this some sort of Minotaur language?
Tongue, just like you. He can't understand me anyway. This guy, he ain't evil, alright? Anyway, here's my invitation. I hope you enjoy it. Can't wait to meet the Jade Emperor.
I'm so glad you went with that idea, Tom.
Both guardians stare at Meepo groveling on the floor, kind of enjoying it. They're quite poker faced, but you get the sense that they are enjoying this display of what's the word, like patheticus's and groveling.
Yeah.
Supplication, yeah. The blue guard Yulu takes Asius's invitation and starts inspecting it, again giving that same kind of treatment where he's staring at the invitation and staring back quickly at Asius, kind of, almost daring you to.
That's me. It's an invitation for Asius.
It's gonna get worse as this adventure goes on. I know it is.
Subtitles. You need subtitles. Anyway.
I didn't prepare my spell to understand languages today. I didn't think we'd be needing it.
Won't need it. I'm speaking just like you. Come on.
It's a unique speech pattern, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a little.
And what of yourself, my dear elephantine friend?
Oh yes, and Obo will Obo's trunk will go down to a little pouch by her side, and she'll delicately pop out the little invitation and then bring it over with a little melodic. She's doing it.
I can't do this campaign. I can't.
Are you kidding? It's the best.
Good thing it's not a campaign, Troy. It's just here for 2 hours. That's it, and then it's done.
I want Obo to be Rhiannon's next character in the third main campaign. I love it. I love Obo.
Oh my gosh. The Red Guard, Shentu, when he reaches out for the invitations that floats over, he actually gives Obo a very kind of appraising look, a raised eyebrow of approval, and he gives you a slight nod, a reverential nod. And he's like, Madam Obo, you are most welcome here. Of course, I can understand why the Jade Emperor... I've changed my voice again. I can understand why the Jade Emperor invited the likes of you here. Reverential your kind are. And you, Miss Moonshimmer. Sorry, apologies.
Of course, yes.
Hey, what about us?
I did look a bit offended.
Is there something wrong with the Minotaur? Is it problems or what?
No, I keep changing my voice again. All right, my dear fellow, you're pretty good as well. This
Very nice, eh?
Meepo,
Oh,
though,
no.
I'm
Do you
gonna
not-
need.
Do you not like me?
I'm
Is it because I screwed up the
I-
invitation? I tried really, really hard. I promise I did. Oh, Rainbow said this would happen.
A word to the wise, little miss. You are fine, but I would say just show a little bit more respect for things that the Jade Emperor gives you. He is a deity after all. But I'm going to have you guys vouch for this one, and he points to the kobold. Maybe
Well,
you
vouch
could
is a very-
get it
He's
to
sniffing
wipe
his
its
armpit.
feet.
I could.
Yeah.
Would it help if I cleaned the little creature? I can clean him up a little.
I would certainly feel that that is a good thing to do. That would be me doing my duty.
So I'll gesture, I gesture, kind of creating these geometric shapes, and these little kind of like sparkles of stars and moons appear over Meepo, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to
He's
clean,
swatting at them.
because he's less than a cubic foot, so I'm just sort of like cleaning him and like pulling away dirt, make him smell nice, clean up his like little like
He's hissing.
face, and yeah. Stay still,
Can I
stay
pick him-
still.
Should I pick him up in my trunk and like hold him still in my trunk?
Yeah. Oh, thank you, dear Obo. Yes, thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Not
Like
a problem.
scrub a dub dub. Like.
He's like pointing at his homunculus. It's like and pointing at Obo, and you see this tiny homunculus come up and just start like dinging on your your trunk or your leg, whatever it is, with a
Big
tiny
legs.
hand.
These big
Yeah.
round legs.
You can barely feel it. Like barely anything's happening.
Oh, what a fuss! Don't. It's just a clean. Don't worry. Kill! You'll feel better for it.
Destroy!
No,
Anyway,
no,
as
no,
I
that
was
is not
saying, he
necessary.
ain't evil. He ain't a demon. He ain't gonna hurt anybody.
There we go. Smelling fresh as a daisy,
Well-
and should be much more clean.
This does all seem in order. I am happy to permit you all entrance into the Jade Emperor's Palace. Now, a word to the wise, I would suggest that you all are respectful. This is a grand feast. Do not do anything that you will regret. Wishing you
Of
a good day. And
Thank you.
as he says that, both guards clap their hands, and the red doors grind open. Do you enter?
Yes.
If I'm still
Money,
in
power,
Obo's trunk, then
inside.
yes.
Go.
Are the guards still beside the doors when the doors open?
Yes, so each of them takes up position. So if you remember when they formed from the calligraphy, each one of them takes a position. The blue one, Yulu, takes position in front of the left door, and Shentu takes position on the right side of the door. And both kind of stand there, welcome you to come in.
I'll
And-
follow after
Hold on,
everyone
Katie.
else, but I'll be like bowing at both of them as I walk through the door and like trying really hard not to trip up whilst doing so, but she's trying to really overcompensate for the fact that she screwed up the invitation thing.
I don't think
well, they
there'd
both give
definitely
you-
be like a tip of
the
the
re-
hat.
The red guard, Shentu, gives you all a nod and kind of welcomes you in. Yulu, the blue guard, he kind of still stony-faced, waiting for you to just trip up or just,
Cause trouble.
mess around or something like that. But you notice as you go past them and you enter this dimly lit stone corridor, you notice that actually the doors start to grind to shut, and as they do, both guards disappear again and reform as this beautiful calligraphy decorating the front of the doors. As you walk down the dimly lit stone corridor, you enter a courtyard that opens up into an impossibly large hexagonal open-air courtyard. Strange given that you've essentially just walked into a giant peach tree. Looking up, you can see a cloudless blue sky and the smallest sliver of a moon breaking through the daylight, framed by the huge branches of the peach tree. The courtyard itself is a large open space carved from stone and marble, with low, intricately carved fences lining the pathways. Opposite the entrance, so directly opposite from where you come in, you can see a series of short stone steps leading up to a white marble platform. On that platform sits a large ornate pavilion. Red wooden pillars hold up elaborate double eaves painted with intricate patterns and topped with 2 tiers of curved yellowed tiled roofs. Ferocious-looking roof gods sit on top of the roof tiles. In the courtyard, large brass incense burners are dotted around, giving out a fragrant scent of sandalwood. A small altar sits in one corner, containing small bronze statues of various deities, and everywhere in the courtyard contains several clusters of long tables covered in red and gold cloth, holding plates of food, delicate porcelain teacups and pots, and small plant pots holding kumquat trees with red envelopes tied to their branches. It is beautifully decorated. There is also, if you look in the northwestern corner of the courtyard, there are various circular platforms that have been erected in front of the main altar. The courtyard itself is currently full of frantic activity. You see several of the Zodiac Guardians that came to you before to give you the invitations, and they are rushing around in a panic. If you look closer, actually, those decorations that look beautiful to start with are kind of a bit tattered and raggedy, some of them falling off of banisters and walls. A large kumquat tree has been pushed over and its soil spills all over the floor. Out-of-tune music is being played by a small, dejected-looking band in one corner, and the instruments are clearly untuned or torn. A large pig, dressed in court robes, lies on his back in the middle of a central table, surrounded by greasy, empty dishes, snorting happily. And if you sniff, you can smell the faint smell of burning coming from somewhere. Shouts fill the air with short-tempered replies and the mournful yowling of a large cat. And watching over all of this, standing at the balcony in front of the pavilion, is the Jade Emperor. Now, normally, he would be graceful and serene, but you find him in a state of great anxiety. He stands on the balcony outside of the pavilion, rapidly pacing backwards and forward, calling out orders to everybody who he hopes will be listening to him. What would you like to do?
Hey, this is the guy we came to see, the great Jade Emperor. Well, everyone bow, be respectful, remember RESPCT. No thanks.
I think Obo would go and pick up one of the fallen kumquat trees of her trunk, just gently lift it up and put it back in place. Just be like,
Okay,
what happened? What's going on?
Go on.
No, you don't.
Meepo would just be mumbling to himself. Meepo, I don't even know why Meepo's here. Stupid God, this is an invitation. Meepo's busy. Meepo needs coins and stuff. Maybe Meepo find coin here.
Nice. Definitely is going to go well for Meepo, I think, this adventure.
Meepo gonna get squat.
I'll see what Lollipop's doing. Is Lollipop doing a thing?
I think Lollipop is probably hanging back a little bit because she's like, be respectful, take small steps, don't do anything, don't even look at someone wrong, be polite, don't cause a scene. So she's very much just like, she's probably looking at Mara as well, because she saw that Mara and Obo both seem to have impressed the Guardians back there. So she's like, what?
I appreciate
Mara,
oh, yes.
what
Oh,
are
look
we-
at you. Aren't you just adorable?
Thank you. I'm sure. What does one do in this situation so that one doesn't get, hurt by a very powerful emperor and a lot of guardians who seem very, very important and stronger than me?
Oh, well, aren't you just adorable? First of all, the first thing you should do is just try and copy everything that I do. I'm an expert at navigating these fancy courts and powerful figures. I've worked for many kings and queens and very important people. So you just follow me, sweetheart, and I'll kind of ruffle her hair like tree, like, oh, bless. And then, yeah, I'm gonna start making my way towards the balcony where the Jade Emperor is, like very sort of head held high, looking very like I'm about to go and meet an employer, almost like. I'm gonna make a good impression.
Yeah.
Lollipop's
So,
gonna hold her head high and try and hold herself in the same way that Mara is. She's like,
and the rest, how do you follow, or how do you conduct yourselves if you do?
Well, Meepo, after a while of this mumbling, will be like, "No, stupid Meepo!" and he starts punching himself in the head. "No, can't think of green, can't think of coin. Gotta be serious, stealthy, and then steal coin after being good, Meepo." And then he puts his hands on his hips and then bows like everybody else.
Asius, Obo?
Obo?
Yeah, I think after picking up the kumquat tree, Obo will, as delicately as she can, just follow the rest of the group, being very aware of like how she's carrying herself and her size, trying not to make more of a mess, just like tiptoeing around.
I guess every time I bow, my horns, they're pretty big, so they're like swinging just very close to Meepo's head. Oh, hey, sorry, I'm just trying to respect the Jade Emperor. If I hit you, that's my bad, okay?
Meepo,
Like how it's gone from
Meepo.
Sly Stallone to Texan. It's gone from like Sylvester to Sly
So
to
loaded.
I'm American.
Hey, it's gonna be really difficult to understand me now.
and he's
okay,
like hitting
well,
on
if
the
horns,
horns.
go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like, "Oi, Meepo!"
Oh, sorry, you want to rub my back, or you want to come on down?
He's pushing your horns away.
All right, that ain't gonna work. I'm way, way bigger than you.
He's like doing this, like the classic boxing, like, "Come on in." And then he, "No, stupid, dumb, Meepo, bow, respect."
Not to me.
I
not
will
to
leave
me,
these
but-
guys behind as I make my way forward
Yeah.
with Lollipop
Yes.
and Obo. The three of us, like, just leaving those two to their bickering.
Yeah.
And yeah, when we get like to within sort of like hearing distance of the Jade Emperor, and like we can see him above, Mara, I will bow, you know, properly, kind of like regally bow, and just kind of say something like, "Your most exalted royal majesty, thank you so much for your invitation." And then she'll try and think and remember some stuff that she's learnt about the Jade Emperor. Would I know like some of the greetings? Because I know you sent us some stuff, but would we know that that's applicable here, or is that something we should like
I would
know?
say that it's treat it like a language. Like if you were to know,
Okay.
like say Elvish or anything like that. So like imagine like your character maybe knows a few phrases to like
It's
pass. So yeah.
Yeah, I would have done some research
Yeah.
before coming here, I think, with Mara,
Yeah.
because she's a wizard. So I'd say, all right, and I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try and say it. And as part of the greet, I'd say, "Your most exalted royal majesty, Gong Chi Fa Chai." And then just kind of very elaborately bow, and there's like sparkles and magical effects overhead.
The Jade Emperor so pauses in his rushing around and takes up station in the middle of the balcony, looks down at this beautiful bunny wizard, and bows back to you and says, "Ah, Gong Si Fachai, Mara Moonshimmer, is it?
At
I
your
am the
service,
Jade
Royal
Emperor."
Majesty.
And before you, you see a tall man who appears youthful but has an air of maturity. His very aura is ethereal, regal and commanding. He wears heavy, rich golden robes embroidered with dragons, clouds, symbols of longevity and prosperity. The sleeves of his robe are long sleeves that hide his arms, and he has sashes, Chinese knots and tassels that hang from his jade belt. He has long black hair and a long moustache and beard that hangs down to his chest. His head is crowned with an intricate square headdress that hanging beads sway from. And when you look at him, every single one of you, even the ones that are bickering and plotting to steal things, you know to your very core that this person in front of you is divine. And you get a sense as well that he is old. Perhaps even one of the oldest deities out there. The air around him shimmers with a faint glow, and every movement he makes is both delicate and meaningful. Trot, I don't know if you have like the full art that we have here by Tessa, like if you want to show, because I know there's some beautiful detailing that Tessa did there.
Amazing.
So if you imagine his robes
Super
looking
cool.
like this. So yeah, this is art done by Tessa Chen. And yeah, it's a watercolor that she painted. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, imagine that this man stands before you. And even though he has this aura of gracefulness, he does seem a bit red-cheeked, and he does seem a bit flustered. I am so grateful that you have all attended my summons. It is a pleasure to see you here. I hope you have not travelled far. I'm afraid, though, you find me in a mild state of, how shall I describe it? Panic? Yes, panic, I think is the word. As you can see, several disasters have befallen us. Perhaps you can help. After all, you are early. Yes, the sun has not begun to set. But first, introduce yourselves to me, please. I know, of course, who you are, but let's get the formalities underway. Who are you all?
Right, without missing a beat, Mara goes first. Like, this is like, she's very much in her element of speaking to royalty. And so, yeah, like, she will, again, sort of bow deep. And with a flourish, I will actually probably use Minor Illusion to kind of cast almost like spotlights that kind of shine down on her. And there's like little pieces of musical fanfare, like a that kind of shimmer all around her. The Grand Illusionist, principal advisor to many kings, queens, and mages around the world. I am Mara Moonshimmer, at your humblest servants, Jade Emperor, and just kind of bow, sparkling eyes.
I'll reach up and turn one of the spotlights onto me and say, "Oi, I'm Asius. I didn't realize we were this early. Is that just we can leave if you want? We can just go, come back when it's time." If that's
I clang the lights off.
Halfway through.
That is okay, my dear Asius, is it? Perhaps it is fate that you have come here early. I feel that you can perhaps help me get this reunion feast back on track. But first, Obo, is it? Please tell me a little about yourself.
Yes, Obo will do a deep bow. I am Obo, as you mentioned. Yes, I am a musician, traveling musician. I come from a long line of the trunk song lineages. We travel far and wide, playing songs and music for many occasions and many people. It's an honor to be here. And then she'll do another bow again, just to make sure she's being as respectful as possible.
And the Lady Lollipop, is it?
And yes, your Excellency, yes. And she will bow and Gong Si Fa Chai. It's wonderful to meet you. And she'll bow again, but like she'll just keep bowing. So if nothing is said, she'll bow again, and just overcompensate massively.
Xinyan Kuai Le, Lollipop. Please, no need to bow so much. You are going to make yourself quite dizzy.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
My little kobold friend. Hello and welcome.
Oh, honourable, powerful, and rich Emperor, it is I, Meepo. Truly a blessing upon our kobold kind. Is Meepo collector of trinkets, builder of that thing, and I'm here because you asked me to be.
And he bows.
Welcome, little Meepo. You are indeed a talented creator.
Thank you.
To that end, I think you are perhaps the perfect group of adventurers to come and help me. As you can see, my court is in a state of unrest. I am uncertain why my royal guard, my Zodiac guardians, appear to be so worked up. It must be the sign of a bad omen. Perhaps something inauspicious this way comes. We were ready for the reunion feast. In fact, the local villagers and monks are due to arrive soon. But Pig has eaten all the food. Dog has destroyed half of the decorations.
Oh, God,
Some of the
no.
guard have disappeared. I'm not
Well, that's
entirely
horrible.
sure where they've gotten to. It is.
So terrible.
I don't know. Normally my
back to
guardians
disaster.
are well behaved, but there's something in the air that I think has brought out the worst in their personalities.
Sorry, that was
If you may.
probably Meepo.
I doubt that, Meepo. I think there is something far more dangerous on the horizon.
Well, Your Excellency, this is clearly something that a court magician would be most useful in dealing with, and perhaps you do not have one now, but I, Mara Munchim, am more than happy to try and lend my aid to solving whatever problems these are. Just very sort of like,
Excellent.
hint, I want a job.
Well,
yes, if there's
I'm
anything,
afraid I
if
have
there's
some-
anything at all, we can help with anything. We can. I might need someone to give me a boost if I was to help with the decorations, but it's definitely doable. I can do it. I promise. I'll make it look real good.
I'm a booster. I can boost.
He is a booster, Your Majesty. Yes, it is true, Your Excellency. He is quite the booster. Better
yes,
for him to
well,
be on
you do
bottom than
appear
at
to
top.
be- You do appear to be descended from the lineage of Ox. And, of course, it is a very auspicious year ahead for the Ox. In fact, Ox seems to be one of the few of my Zodiac Guardians who are unaffected. You can see him down there, and the Jade Emperor gestures to lower down in the courtyard, where you can see, again, this very large Ox dressed in these robes, these black and blue robes. And he's sort of wandering around near where you saw the pillars that was set up. He's trying to corral animals as they walk past, as they rush past, but none of them are listening to him. The Jade
Hey,
Emperor also
look at that
gestures.
Hey, you!
He-
Jade Emperor says you're killing it.
Yes, shut up. Later. Let the Jade Emperor speak.
the ox
Sorry.
The ox doesn't reply. He's too busy trying to get Rat to listen to him. And then the Jade Emperor gestures to the east, where you can see several animals throwing food at each other and having a little bickering fight and just, mucking around. And he's like, as you can see, there are several of my Zodiac Guardians here that may be available to help you. I must say, there is a bit of a time pressure. The reunion festival, the feast, needs to start soon. So I beg you, please, there are several tasks that need doing. Food needs recooking, decorations need rehanging. I need you to find Snake and Horse, who disappeared to the Studio of Exhaustion from Diligent Service. I also, they ran away with the ang paos as well, the red envelopes. Cat has disappeared with the fireworks. Tiger is behind me in my pavilion of heavenly tranquility, and they appear to be sick for some reason. I have no idea where Dragon, my most favoured of the Zodiac Guardians, has disappeared somewhere, but there appears to be some sort of burning smell coming from the gardens. Please, if you can, it would do me a great honour if you could help my guardians get things back on track.
Just
Yes.
to check there, Your
Information.
Excellency, just to check that I have an exact number of exactly what is going on. The food is missing, the decorations need repairing. You say that your guardians, Snake and Horse, have these red envelopes and they are missing, yes?
They were last seen heading towards the Studio of Exhaustion from Diligent Work.
Okay. I'll try and remember that. Tiger is sick, and then Dragon is missing. Those are all the tasks that are outstanding, yes?
Yes. Oh, and Rat and Cat were bickering over the fireworks, I think. I heard them
Rat
bickering in
and
the
Cat.
courtyard over there. Any
Fireworks.
points in the southwest
Together.
of courtyard?
Yes. Fireworks. All right. that is me physically writing a note and doing a Kim there of sit that we need to do.
Can I just unrelated right now, but I think that you picked the people who gave us their invitations by the years that we were born. Is that right, Kim?
Yes.
Yes.
Dragon!
Awesome.
Yeah!
I knew it!
Yeah, tiger for me.
That's such a nice touch.
This girl did some research,
Yeah, I
y'all.
love
This girl
did your research.
stalked your birth years.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Well, it seems
Love
that there is a lot for us to be doing, so we should really get to it for the Jade Emperor's sake, right, everyone? We want to make a good impression for the Jade Emperor. Yes?
I don't know why
course.
you're hinting so heavily. This is obvious, yeah.
Good. All right. And then I'll basically just be like, well, and then bow to the ground. If there's nothing else you need from us, Your Excellency, we shall go and attend to these problems as fast as we can.
That will be all for now. I must have some matters of my own I must attend to. But if you have any questions, please ask the Zodiac Guardians. They may be out of sorts, but they should be able to assist you in any way they can. Good blessings upon you, and see you. I warn you, the feast will begin in about an hour and a half. And that is when the villagers and the monks will arrive. Good luck. The fate of this feast depends on you all. And with that, he gives you a deep bow, and he disappears back into the pavilion behind him.
Meepo puffs up at that, knowing that this entire thing is down to us, specifically Meepo, and that it will all be fixed
Yeah.
by
By
us.
Meepo.
All right,
Right.
well, it looks like
We've gotta make
me and this walking cotton candy here, we've worked out our little dynamic. So is there anything that was particularly high up? I'm the booster, remember?
Well,
what
we
should
need people to fix
focus
the
on
decorations.
first? But
I
the
think we're gonna
food's
need to
so
split up.
important. How do we?
The food's important.
The
We need.
food is so
I-
important.
Well, does anybody know how to cook? Does anybody know anything about food here?
Yeah. Meepo cook.
Oh, I hate to believe that
Meepo?
he's telling the truth, but all right, Meepo will leave the food in your care, I suppose.
And he goes to his homunculus and opens the head lid again and starts rummaging around for stuff.
Let's see. I can try and track down the missing envelopes and some of the people. Maybe speak to some of the guardians. I'm not very good with. Can anybody determine? Does anybody know anything about medicine? Why this tiger might be sick? Maybe.
Yeah.
Meepo, shut up.
Meepo.
You're
can
dealing
do
with the
it.
food.
Medic.
Oh,
Fine. What else? What? Oboe, Lollipop, Asius. What are you doing? What do you want to do?
Well, I can if you give me a little boost, I can put up the decorations again. That I can do that. I know how to do that. I'll make it look really good. Really
Alright.
good. Promise. Real good.
All right. Well, Asius and Lollipop, you deal with the decorations, and then maybe see if you can speak with the other Zodiac Guardians and see if you can find out where the snake and horse might be, or rat and cat as well.
Nice,
Oboe,
I
you're
guess that
good
leaves,
with
that leaves the dragon.
music,
to
right?
Oboe.
Yes, well, try and find the dragon, and then also maybe the musicians sound like they're a bit out of tune. Maybe you should go and speak with them as well and see if you can get that fixed. All right.
Yeah, that one makes more
In that
sense.
case, let's get to it, and then I will just basically head out to try and fix problems.
Okay.
I will pick up Lollipop.
So where are you each heading? So just if I could paint a picture for you. So immediately in front of you, you're in the middle of this courtyard, and the pavilion is behind you. If you look through the pavilion where the Jade Emperor walked, you can see it's an open-sided pavilion. If you imagine, so I've based this off the Forbidden City in Beijing, which is where the Chinese emperors lived and ruled from. So the architecture is
Ooh.
very much the same. So an open-sided building with these red pillars holding up the roof. And if you look through in the shadow, you can see this ornate shape of a large throne, and you can just about see the sleeping form of a tiger resting in front of it. To your north, well, just nearby to you actually, in the section of the courtyard with an altar and the sort of circular platforms, you can see Ox roaming around sort of in a mild state, like trying to be calm, but sort of, you know, just dithering a little bit. In the right of the courtyard, so I can't do my directions, northeast, you can see sheep, rooster and monkey, and they're all just bickering with each other and throwing food at each other and just clambering around, and all the tables were ruined already. It looks as though pig maybe got to them, but they're just kind of throwing the remnants around at each other. In the lower courtyard in the southeast, you can see pig just lying in the middle of a central table, just like snoring and snorting to himself. And nearby is Dog. And Dog is just rolling around in a pile of red and gold paper. It looks like the remnants of some decorations, and he's just like happily snapping away and like just tearing things up. In the lower courtyard on the west side, you can see some large crates that have been set up, and a large cat in robes is sleeping on top of them. And then, yeah, if you sniff, you can definitely smell burning coming from the west. If you look to the west, there's a large gate, again, a beautiful gate that is topped with these kind of sloped, yellow roofed gateway with some beautifully carved pillars depicting a dragon and a phoenix. And it seems to lead through to another part of the palace. Similarly, where Ox is, where the platforms are, the circular platforms, there is a small building there as well, kind of like a smaller version of the pavilion. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So where would you like to head?
Well, I think Mara's
and
going to
one last
head...
thing.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot one last thing. There is another building far east, which is also a small pavilion. And if you squint, you can see some sort of movement coming from in there as well.
Okay. I think Mara would head to Monkey, Rooster, and Sheep, is it? To try and get some information out of them about, you know, what's gone on, why aren't they working and stuff like that. So I think that's where she's going to start heading off, having felt that, you know, she's probably going to have to chase up a lot of these things later on. So I'm going to start making my way over there.
Okay, and what about the rest of you?
Going over to the decorations. Was that pig that was tearing stuff apart?
Decorations is dog.
All over
It's
him.
doggy.
Yeah, it's dog.
Dog.
Oh, yeah, dog.
Little
Well.
doggy. Yeah.
We go there. Eat the corn.
Okay.
I will follow.
Ree?
I will
What are you
go
feeling?
over to was it the band that were playing out of tune?
So the band have actually stopped playing. You
Okay.
heard the music coming from the building on the east. Yeah, so kind of near where Dog is,
So in the
there's a
same
building.
direction.
If you
Okay.
follow the pathway, yeah. So these pathways are kind of lined by these low, maybe kind of hip height, white marble fences that are carved with all the creatures of the Zodiac. And if you follow it, it leads you towards this eastern building. And that's where you heard the
Okey-dokey.
music when you came in.
Okay, cool. Okay, in that case, I will go. I'll go see how Tiger's doing. I'll go up.
Trot,
Sounds good.
what you feeling?
So by the time everyone's kind of left the middle bit, Meepo finally, from rummaging around inside his homunculus little robot, makes a little exclaim like a aha, and then he sticks up some sort of box, throws it down, hops out, puts the lid down, and then realizes that there's no one around. Ah! And he'll wander up towards the closest thing, which is the ox that looks a bit aimless over
Okay.
here.
Oi!
Yeah.
Excuse me! I gotta cook stuff.
The
Guess
ox
we'll start
looks
with Trot
down at
then.
you. Yeah, I guess we'll start with Trot then. So the ox looks down at you, and yeah, he's wearing this black robe that has a square. So on his back, it has a square on it that has an animal embroidered into it, and he's wearing a circular hat that has a black rim and a red sort of a red center. Trot, there's actually a picture of the Zodiac Guardians, if you want to bring that up now, if you want to see the kind of the style of the Zodiac Guardians and what they're wearing. And he looks down. So this is what the Zodiac Guardians look like. That's the sort of robe that they're wearing.
Cool.
Yeah, and yeah, each of the patches in the middle of their robe denotes their hierarchy. So if you were to look into it, the patch on the ox's robe denotes that he's second in the rankings. And he looks down at you and kind of shakes his head as if trying to figure out, are you a demon, little thing?
No, not a demon. No, not a demon.
He starts crying again.
Everyone thinks I'm a demon. I'm
you
not.
look like a
Emperor
You look
invite
like a
me.
little demon. Ah, yes, I oversaw the invitations. You must be Meepoo?
Meepo, at your service, ready to cook. I got the box.
Ready to cook. Oh, the Emperor must have brought in reinforcements. I don't know what's happened to my guardian friends. They all seem to be in a state of confusion. An ill sign is coming. As you can see, Pig has eaten all of the food. We cannot feed a village without the food.
I can get it out, a pig.
Oh, no, I think...
Got little hands,
Pig,
little arms. Little arms getting anything.
Probably best not to interfere with Pig. We Guardians do not like being interfered with. I suggest if you want to help with the feast, perhaps we should collect Pig and head towards the kitchens. Don't you think so, little demon?
Yeah, I'll follow you. You know what you're talking about.
And with that, Ox will start walking towards where Pig
Whoa,
is
whoa,
in
little
the
legs.
central tables.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, feel free to ride upon my head, little Meepoo.
Yeah, he's already
And
climbing up.
he lifts... Yeah, he lowers his head down, and you can sit in between his horns and hold on to his horns. This reminds me of the old days. And he'll carry you over to Pig. But just before we get to that, Mara heads over to Monkey, Sheep, and Rooster, who are all basically just mucking around, causing a bit of a kerfuffle. And they ignore you to start with, Mara, as they're having too much fun throwing food at each other.
That's not going to last long. So does it look like that they're just like bickering and like playing and they're just mucking about basically?
Yeah.
Like they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, that doesn't...
So it'll probably start.
It doesn't
Go on.
seem... Yeah, it doesn't seem to be an air of animosity. It just seems to be like friends bickering and just like having a bit of a food fight and just slacking off.
Being lazy
yeah,
and
but they
just
don't
slacking
notice you
off,
as you
okay.
walk up.
So
Yeah.
there's probably like an attempt of like, kind of like, hello, excuse me, hi, excuse me, hello, and like trying to get their attention. And then if they ignore her, if they continue ignoring her, then I'll do something.
You'll hear this heads up and then a splat as an orange kind of bounces next to you and almost explodes a little bit, kind of, splats on the floor next to you.
Really don't like being ignored. And I am going to cast in a 20-foot radius sphere directly around them. I say, like, I really hope that this works this time. And then she starts, like, drawing kind of shapes and things and, like, gesturing in the air. And then she just says, Symphony, please. And then I'm going to cast Mara's Cacophonic Symphony to try and basically snap them out of their play fighting and, like, cause
Oh
enough
my God.
noise to make them kind of like, oh, and shock them into realizing that they need to pay attention to me.
So, what does this spell do? Like,
So
is it just noise?
This is one of Mara's own spells. So what it is it's you conjure a phantasmal orchestra in a 20-foot radius point sphere at a point you choose. The orchestra appears in any form, but it's see-through and creatures can move through it without penalty. It plays loud, terrible music that can be heard for up to 300 feet away. Any creatures within the area cannot hear anything except the music and are considered deafened, and they have disadvantage on concentrating on spells in the area. But I'm going to basically play it for long enough until they're like holding their ears, and then I'm going to cancel the spell.
Okay.
So I basically want to like shock them into like, you know, paying attention to me, basically.
So this loud, discordant
And it's awful.
cacophony of out of tune music just
Yeah.
and all three of the guardians just like, my ears are bleeding.
And then once they've
yes.
like had enough, I'll like cancel the spell basically.
Sheep's probably up first. Is like, what was that? That was awful. What? Monkey's just clutching his head, shaking. I can't hear anything.
Well, now that I have your attention, everybody, we need to get things moving. The Jade Emperor is very unhappy with what's been going on here, and there's a big list of jobs to be doing. So what are you all three doing exactly?
Who are you?
Mara Moonshimmer, I've been brought on as the new coordinator for the reunion feast. We've got to get things back on schedule. People are going to be arriving very, very soon.
Sheep looks at you like, are you a family member related to Rabbit? You look like a rabbit.
Yes, I am. I borrow folk. Yes, I suppose maybe I am, but still. Come on, people. We've got snake and horse are missing with the red envelopes. Rat and cat are missing. Dragon's missing. Have you seen any of them? Where are they? Come on.
Excuse me, Missy, but who gives you the authority here? We are the Royal Zodiac Guardians. Excuse me.
The Jade Emperor himself.
Oh, wow. The Jade Emperor. He's in one of his moods again. What's wrong with a little slacking off? Pig started it.
Well, Pig is being dealt with by Ox right now, and some of the other coordinators who have been brought in. And I don't mean to tell you this, but the Jade Emperor is very, very unhappy with things are progressing. We have guests arriving momentarily, so you've had your fun, and now it's time to get to work.
And Rooster's kind of looking around, really nervously, kind of. I suppose the sun.
You seem to know something, Mr. Rooster. Hi. Now, I'm sure that a cunning and wise and smart guardian such as yourself, Mr. Rooster, you've no doubt seen one of these missing guardians, right? You know where they are.
Oh, you flattering.
Oh, well,
Roll
it's hard not to flatter somebody as special as you.
Oh, you mark. Roll a little persuasion check for me, would you?
That is a 21.
Yikes.
I blink my big blue eyes at him. Well, them. I don't know what they.
Rooster.
Chicken.
Yeah. He's
I suppose a rooster is a male.
Size. He's probably. Yeah, he's a big boy. So if you imagine quite a large, maybe like I guess. All these animals, like they're bigger than their normal kind of real life counterparts. So you imagine this beautiful rooster with long tail feathers, and if a rooster could blush, he would be blushing right now. I suppose I could tell the young lady. I saw. What did I see? I saw Horse and Snake. They were talking something about a sway demon who was hiding in the theater. And yes. They took all the angpaos, the red envelopes. They were meant to be in charge of that, and they're in the theater.
Well, that's so helpful, Rooster. And I'm sure that if we can get things back on track, I can put in a really special word with the Jade Emperor just for you. You didn't happen to see where Dragon was by any chance?
And at this point, Monkey, who's been kind of sitting in the middle of the table scratching himself, he's like, Monkey here. I am the monkey. Dragon likes to hide off in the gardens when they're done with us. That they find it quite peaceful. There seems to be a lot of smoke.
And Dragon's
in the garden.
in charge, would we say?
Oh no! Don't you know? Don't you know? The rat's in charge.
Rat is in charge.
Dragon's like 5th or something. I don't know. I never listened to Dragon.
All right. Fantastic. And do you know where Rat is right now?
Probably fighting with Cat. Wait.
Right, and I think we know where they
two
are,
voices
or
there.
vaguely where we saw them. All right, well, we have some people. I think that Ox and one of my other companions is going to be dealing with the food. We're trying to fix some of the decorations. Please do make yourselves presentable, everybody. We want to make a special impression, don't we? And I'll kind of wink at Rooster when I say that. And then I'm going to start disseminating this information to my companions. So I'll probably head off and start telling everybody, like, right, okay, Dragon's 5th in charge and is probably in the gardens chilling out. Apparently there's something called a sway demon in the theater. We should go and deal with that. That's going to be a problem. And then I'll start kind of sharing that information out. But also trying to get these 3 to stop mucking about and help out, basically.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, if you probably hear as you walk off, the 3 of them start bickering again. It's like, you're the one who started it. No, you're the one who started it. And they're just like bickering over, and they do start kind of clearing up and start, getting out, using magic to clear up the mess and fix the tables and clean the plates and maybe use mending to fix the crockery and things like that.
Great, okay.
And Sheep will run after you quickly and go, "Oh, excuse me, madam. Madam, what was it, Madam Mara?"
dear Sheep. Mara Moonshimmer.
Apologies there for our previous discretions. You won't mention it to the Jade Emperor, will you?
I will look at Sheep and say, well, there's such a long list of things for us to do. If only somebody could find Rat and Cat and help figure out what's going on with these fireworks, I wouldn't have so much to do. And then I'll look at Sheep.
I suppose I could rally the troops with Monkey and Rooster here, and we could maybe,
the other one you could do is, I don't fully trust the person that I've put in charge of the food, so maybe check in with Ox and Pig and make sure the little demonic little thing isn't causing any trouble. Like, I'll look over towards Meepo, like, I do. Well, he keeps getting mistaken. He's a kobold. They're basically the same.
You need to tell us what to do. What would you have us do? We can only really achieve one. We come together, you see.
Go find Rat and Cat. Go find Rat and Cat. And figure out what's going on with the fireworks.
Rat and Cat. Right. Okay. Yes. Roger. If a sheep could salute, I would be saluting right now. Right. Come on, you horrible lot. And she turns and shouts at Rooster and Monkey, and yeah, they start disappearing over to the other side of the courtyard. Who was next? Decorations. So Lollipop and Asius.
Wow.
You head over.
Weird pronunciation.
To what? To it's cultural. Southeast of the courtyard. Where I have too many pages up. You head over and you see this large glossy coated dark brown dog, and somewhere in my notes is what dog is doing, and they are surrounded. They're on a pile, basically, of shredded red and gold paper, and they're kind of having the time of their lives, just tearing it up and pulling things down from the walls. You notice that there are more of these orange trees, these kumquat trees with red envelopes tied to them that have been knocked over all over the place, and basically it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, and Dog just seems kind of a bit oblivious, is just running around. She's barking, she's joyfully just chasing things.
I think Lollipop's first sort of thing is, oh my goodness, look at the dog! So cute! Hi!
Hello, who are you? You look like a friend. Can I play with you? Friend.
Yes, friend. Hi, I'm Lollipop. Hi.
Hello. I like you. You're a nice friend. I like your hair. Your friend is cool. Your friend? Your hair is cool. Who's your friend? Who's the ox? Are you Ox? Are you Ox's brother?
You said I was, I guess, kinda. I'm Asius. I'm here to help with the decorations, which you've made a real mess of. What's going on here?
Me? Mess? I haven't made a mess. Look, they're fine. Oh no!
Yeah,
As you say that,
you really messed it up. Yeah.
Dog just looks around and almost seems to realize, oh no, I've had one of my moments. I keep playing with things. Things are so shiny. I wanted to eat them. Look at the red. The red is so delicious.
They are very shiny. I don't blame you. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Angry at me.
I have a headache.
Shh. It's fine. Can I pat the dog? I imagine the dog's probably quite big in relation to Lollipop because she's a halfling and it's bigger than the normal. Yeah. Lollipop will pat the dog and be like, "It's okay. You can't be blamed. They're really, really nice decorations. It's okay because we're gonna fix it. But you can't eat any more of them, okay? You can't eat more because then we won't have anything to work with. We can fix this though. What we'll do is we'll take the ripped up ones and we'll make it like a feature. We'll tie the pieces back together and we'll make it work. We got a lot of red, a lot of gold. It'll be okay. But can you maybe help us? Did you do this anywhere else? Is it just these ones here?
And Dog nervously looks around, and you can kind of see like most of the decorations are kind of fine in the courtyard, but there's definitely places where banners have been torn off the walls. The decorations on doors kind of lie on the floor. There's a whole so they haven't been kind of put out yet, but near to Dog is these vases that are just full of squashed flowers. and some squashed red lanterns as well. So it probably looks like you're gonna both need to mend or make some new decorations, and you're gonna have to like spend a little bit of time hanging them up and hanging up.
Don't worry about it, guys. Okay, look, I'll just pick up a scrap of this. I pick up like the red and gold, and I throw them into the air. Beautiful.
I don't.
Dog immediately starts trying to.
Nope.
Hey.
Be good.
What do we tell you?
Be good. How about we can find something else to play with, but once this part is done, I'll play too. I'll find something great. But for now, we need to fix these. Is there any other paper? Do you know if there's more paper? Yes,
in that box there. And you can see there's a few crates nearby, like next to the wall, and it looks as though they have art supplies in there. There's more paper, there's paint pots, ink pots, and there's more of these orange trees, but they haven't been decorated yet. And Dog will be like, we need certain things. We need red lanterns. We need fresh flower arrangements. We need to tie the red envelopes to the orange trees. Red paper cutouts. You see, they're really delicate. You cut the little shape, and you can cut the shape of a dog in it, and that looks good. And we need the fu hanging. It's a square, and you hang it on doors, and there's a big calligraphy on it that means luck. And you have your luck. And red. They must be red.
Oh, okay.
That's
a nice
color.
We
During
can
this
do
festival.
We can do that. No. You have to help.
I gotta go help somewhere else. There's just a lot of business.
No. You need to hang up the. Please hang up the decorations on the trees. Hang them up. You could pick up the trees that have fallen over. That would be helpful.
Please.
I'll make the new ones. It'll be really fun. We can make a little production line, and we can make loads of them, and then
I'm gonna lift a tree.
We can both hang them up because you can help me.
I'm gonna lift a tree. I'll lift a tree.
Okay, thank you. Lollipop will probably start
is there
getting the paper out of the art supplies and start to make lanterns and whatever she can make from those.
And is there any particular skill? Do you have any spells or any methods? Do you have also do you have any proficiency, like say in calligraphy or anything like that? Or are you literally just putting these things together? Barbarian.
She's just
the barbarian ranger and fighter, like got axe, got fist.
But because I'm a halfling, I'm lucky. I've got the whole. If you roll a 1, you can roll it again. You're lucky. I don't know. Luck seems like a valid thing in the whole Lunar New Year traditions. So I feel like she's a lucky little halfling, and she's got spirit.
And you know what, Katie? You wore red today.
Skill.
So
I did.
That counts as well.
I wore red.
So
Tom,
I would say
have
if
you
you
got
could
any
make me
skills?
What about you, Tom? Big old Minotaur.
Some of my special skills here. Hello, cat.
You do have a cat.
I have a cat now. Can the cat do anything?
Okay. Plus 10. Plus 10 to everything.
Plus 10. All right.
Easy.
Yeah, but have you got any? Has
special.
Asius got any creative? Okay.
I'm a
both of
Fey
you could
wanderer.
Make me a straight up dex roll.
Dex.
Straight up.
Oh.
Straight up. Because you got to be dexterous to, cut these paper cuttings out and
I rolled
paint some of the calligraphy on it.
19 plus 2, so 21. Woo!
Okay.
15.
15. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. So, under the guidance of Dog, who is calming down now that she can see that you are helping and she can get this under control before the Jade Emperor sees, you spend some time cutting up the paper cuttings into cute little depictions of animals. You spend your time painting calligraphy onto the foo decorations to hang on doors. You decorate the orange trees and collect some flowers. And yeah, you actually, after a while, you end up with these fairly passable decorations that you hang about. And I think, given that we've got a Minotaur here providing a little booster seat, there's no problems in hanging them up and decorating place. But it does take you some time. But yeah, you manage to get the decorations under control.
I'm just imagining, Lollipop is, just making all of these decorations properly, and I'm, huge and just hulked over this tiny little thing, trying to really
tiny pair of
scroll
scissors.
it.
Yeah, it's we're at, where you're at a nursery school or something, and you've got the kids' table of craft supplies. Lollipop's sitting there quite comfortably, and it's like he's the adult that's sitting with his knees up at his chest, trying to put stuff together.
I made this one into a butterfly. It's just
yeah, very much.
And then when the whole time we're going to be. When we do the flowers, the whole time she's probably going to be talking to Asius about how my sister's a druid, she's taught me all about these things.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, Rainbow knows all about all of these different flowers, and she says that this one is her favorite, and so we should use these ones. We should put these in the decoration.
Tell me about it.
Don't you think?
That's just amazing.
They'd look great.
Wow. Yeah. No, keep going. Wow.
Okay, this is her second favorite. She said that this one used to be her favorite, but then it got downgraded because she found a new one that she liked a bit more. And then this one, that's her fifth favorite flower. So it's not quite as good.
Oh boy.
I can't tell if Tom is getting annoyed or if he's just playing the character.
It's a blurred line.
A little bit of me, a little bit
of me.
I was listening as much as Asius was.
So I was just thinking,
decorations
before we get
done.
on to the next...
Cross that
Yeah,
out.
decorations done. Before we get on to the next challenge, I was thinking, shall we take a quick little break? Because it is 6:30, and that's...
Can we not take a break? Because this is time sensitive. I don't want a break. I just want to get it done.
You want to game it. You want to game it. Well, what if we say...
Today, Mark.
5-minute break? 10-minute break?
I'm not going anywhere.
Don't worry, I've
I'm
factored in...
here.
I've got a little schedule, so...
Time could freeze.
Let's
Tim
take
is
a
in
quick
control.
Yeah.
Time freeze.
Freeze frame.
Yeah. Time freeze. I'm in
I need a
control.
wee.
That's how it works.
Meepo need
Yeah.
But
wee.
yeah, let's take a quick little break. Tom, are you okay to read out some donations and then we can take over from you?
Absolutely. Do you want to give a reminder of how these donations work, Kim? If you donate to High Rollers, where they head up to?
Very quickly today, as well as if you want to donate to High Rollers, that's fine. But today we are also running this stream in conjunction with hashtag Kind Red Packet, which is basically a little Lunar New Year event that's been put together by British Malaysian David Cam, and we are raising money to split between charities that support the elderly and the homeless. And the idea is that because a lot of us in the Southeast Asian community aren't able to celebrate Lunar New Year this year because of Corona, we can't get together, and it's normally a big celebration. We thought that we'd put together this schedule of online events. So if you go to that link that's in chat now, there's a schedule there somewhere of events that are being held up to the 26th, because Lunar New Year actually lasts 15 days. So we have things like yoga events, this stream, baking, I think there's book readings, mahjong game, karaoke, loads of events you can get involved in. But also as part of that, we're kind of playing on the whole Ang Bao thing, the lucky red packets, Hong Bao or Lai Si, depending on how you call it. And sharing our Ang Baos with the vulnerable and people who need it more than us. So if you'd like to, drop a little donation there.
£200 will hit their goal
so far.
Yeah. So if you can give
it'd be
just,
nice if we could hit.
Yeah, that'd be really lovely.
Yeah,
and just to make it clear, if you do use the Twitch donate button, like on the Twitch page or in the regular kind of link that we normally go, that will go to us. I don't want there to be any confusion and people thinking, I wanted to give this to the Kindred packet or the Kind Red packet fund. Or I wanted to do it to High Rollers. Like that's how you do it. All right. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. But again, it's going until the 26th. So if you're watching on YouTube and you think, oh, dang, I missed it, you haven't.
Missed it. No, you don't.
Go check it out. There will be a link in the description as well if you want to. And remember,
and if I can suggest £2 or £8 are very lucky numbers that you could donate. So easy. Bring yourself a little bit of luck. Share the love.
Well, either way.
Go Tommy.
Yeah. So to begin with, we have a donation before the stream began by Crispy, and it was a full hundo that says, going to have to catch this one on the VOD, stupid time zones, but I wanted to throw some support behind Kim for writing this week's adventure and DMing it as well. I'm sure it will be fantastic. Gong Shi Fatsai. I think that was right. Let me check.
Gong Chi Fa Chai.
There you go. We had a donation from Hobbs with no message. Thank you very much. Montz has donated as well, saying, Hi Rollers. And happy CNY from Southeast Asia. I won't be able to catch the stream live, but I'm looking forward to the VOD. Hope you guys have fun with the one-shot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mondorian has donated with, Hello Rollers. Catch-up week number 4. Episodes watched, 78.5. Episodes remaining, 22.5. Slightly less D&D to catch up on. Predicted end date, 21st of February. A full week ahead of schedule. Keep rolling high. Thank you very much, Kayla Mondorian. Man, you are getting there. You are getting there. It's very, very close. Just 1 week left to go. I believe. You can do it. Wooslog has donated with, Hi, long-time fan. Mark inspired me to play D&D, and now I have been DM for 2 years. There you go. Thank you very much.
Impressive.
Brian Indigo with a quarter hundo, and here we go. It's going to be a mess. Xin Nian Hao.
It's like when I was looking at the pronunciation, it's like Xing Nian Hao, I think. Xing Nian Hao.
Xin Nian Hao. Okay.
Because I wrote a bunch of them down.
Monkey has donated with Hang on.
We could have not got the worst person to read these donos out.
No, this isn't a pronunciation problem. It's just a questionable donation message. I'll skip it.
Right, okay.
Nightjar with and have a happy Craig's birthday today.
Cheater.
Thank you very much,
He's
Nightjar.
so cheating.
New Alex has donated with, I'm very much looking forward to watching this later as I know very little about Lunar New Year. Just dropped in to wish you guys good luck and say you've got red on you to everyone. Well, most of us have red on us. Apparently, Mark doesn't own any red.
I don't own any red clothes. I don't.
And
I told him to put on red lipstick and he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we have any. I don't think Nina wears
Nina's
red.
got to have. Yeah, I guess Nina's not as much of a red person as me.
Exactly.
And we also have a message from Newton Dude that says, Asia's voice. Oh God, what? I don't think he has a voice. He's gone through so many. Oh boy, here we go, memeing again. There's no Tom, only Donald. Gangman, you guys really need to put a stop to me. But how can you? The great dragon of Mount Mayman flies high this day. Oh, hell, the poop goblin. Limit reached. Thank you, Newton Dude.
It changes every time, but I love it every time.
Westgain has donated with fantastic one-off campaign. Thank you for your continuous creation of D&D and characters. Thank you very much, Westgain. And Mandy Games a lot. I love this so much. I started teaching for a Chinese ESL company, so all my students have been very excited for Lunar New Year. I love this fun insight into Chinese culture. There you go, Kim.
Yeah.
That was from Mandy Games a lot as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I will save it there for the end of the episode.
The rest of the end.
Yeah. While Tom's, do you need to get a drink or anything? Like, do you need to get have a quickie break or?
Yeah.
Go sort yourself out. I can fill the space. I can fill the airway. Why do you have to do my big face? My big face does not need to be here, Trot. Is it just because you're covering up that you're snuffing face things into your face?
Cake.
You're snuffing snacks. I was just gonna say, as a disclaimer, my Mandarin pronunciation is bad, so please do not feel like worried. Like I was talking about this on stream yesterday because I did a Lunar New Year special yesterday, and yeah, it's just nice that you guys are taking a part. So I really appreciate that you guys are trying, you and the high rollers here, and it's really nice that you're getting into the spirit of things. My pronunciation is god awful, so don't feel embarrassed about it.
If you need any advice, Tim, just ask me.
Just ask.
Yeah. I'll ask you.
Our
I'll ask
natural
you
linguist.
Yeah.
I got it. It's okay.
So far, me and Katie are the only ones who have done it in the. I want to say, like, we're the only ones who have actually said it. So, get on it, the rest of you.
I wonder if anyone can say my favorite. My favorite saying is in the list that I gave you, and it's the one about fish. Nyan nyan yo yu. That's my favorite saying.
Yo you.
There you go. Nice. Thank you.
I wrote down like some of the easier ones.
Yeah.
So I had and the website you sent us to, that I got them all off that one rather than the ones you sent me.
Yeah.
Because there was like an easy one which is it like Daji Dali? Is that like one as well? Like that was on the website you sent me.
Yeah.
Lots of luck and profits. That was one. Is this right? Tom tried to read this out earlier, but I wasn't sure. Which is it? Is it Xingnian Hao and then Xingnian Kuale? Xing. Okay. I always get round. Xingnian Kuale.
Yeah. So Nian means year.
Right.
So that's probably why you see it a lot in a lot of these greetings. Nian is in a lot of these greetings. And we might get into a little interesting fact about that later, depending. The artwork might make a bit of sense later.
Nice.
Right. Who wants to get back into it? So.
Well, we got Rhea and Trot still.
Are you enjoying yourselves so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you enjoying yourselves
Having
so
a
far?
grand old time.
A little bit of chaos.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. Good.
Always.
Good.
Wouldn't be a one-shot without some chaos.
Yeah.
Mad chaos. At least you got through the door before the hour went by. At least you did that. So congratulations,
That's a
everybody.
plus.
You did it. You did it.
Yeah.
Doors are tough. Doors are real
Did a
tough.
thing.
They are.
Anyway, okay, so to set the scene, you have arrived at the Jade Emperor's palace, and you find it in a state of disarray as the reunion feast has been pretty much destroyed by these Zodiac guardians who have kind of lost the run of themselves. There is an air of inauspiciousness in this courtyard, and so far, Mara has instructed Sheep, Monkey, and Rooster to go and find Rat and Cat and help them with whatever
about.
they need help with. Yeah, stop mucking around. Lollipop and Asius have helped Dog put the decorations back together, and they've done quite a good job of it. The decorations in the
Great
courtyard
job.
are looking good again. Sorry, a
Amazing.
great job. Amazing, vibrant red colours, and red is very important in these celebrations, as they help drive evil spirits away. Our little kobold friend Meepo
Speaking of evil spirits,
has gotten the help of Ox, and I think we come back in as Oboe headed off to help Tiger, who is sleeping in the pavilion of heavenly tranquility, and so yeah, that's where we'll jump back in. So Oboe, as you walk up the stairs to the platform where the Jade Emperor was speaking to you from, you can see this beautiful pavilion in front of you, and it's open-sided, and you can see in front of you this huge throne in the middle of the pavilion. It is beautifully carved, absolutely gorgeous. You can see great Chinese dragons carved into the wood of the throne, and in front of it is a small table of offerings, candles, incense, flowers, and lying in front of that on a little bamboo mat is Tiger. So a large tiger dressed in these court robes, black and blue robes, with a little hat on her head. And she appears to be sleeping, but she's lying on her side, and you can tell she's a little bit, her breathing is a little bit laboured. She's clearly in a little bit of distress. And you can just hear this kind of like, as you approach. She won't respond to you unless you walk up to her.
Okay, so Oboe would, I guess, quietly sort of creep in and almost be sort of taken aback by the beauty of the room that she's in and the decorations, and she'd quietly approach Tiger, just have a little look at her and just whisper, hello? Hello?
A little eye flicks open, this golden eye rolls around and looks at you. What do you want?
The Jade Emperor, His Excellency himself, informed me that you were feeling unwell. Can I help in any way?
Blame those stupid door guardians. This is their fault. They keep feeding me evil spirits, but this one had gone off.
Okay, let's see what I can do. Okay. Maybe this will help. And I guess she'll sit down next to her and sort of think about a song and think about a melody, and she'll slowly play like a deep, almost sort of monotone drone note from her trunk, like a brrrr, but it's quite soothing, and she'll try and use Song of Rest to help Tiger regain some hit points.
What does that do? Tell me about Song of Rest. I haven't heard of that before.
If you are any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of your at the end of a short rest by hang on, this is what. If you are any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice.
How far away is your screen?
1d6 hit
She's walked
points.
to the other side of the house.
Yeah. Got a telescope. The rules say.
So it's an extra
so this would
hit
work
dice
after
on a short rest.
Yeah.
Tiger has a
Yeah,
rest.
if
Yeah.
you take a short rest, you get an extra d6 of hit dice whenever you spend a hit dice. So like if they were resting, like it would be like a way of regaining some hit points.
Yeah. Okay. So as you play this note, Tiger starts yowling again, like
I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? Are you okay?
Oh, it's made my stomach gurgle. Oh, something's moving in there. And I would say, like, yeah, given the nature of the spell, I would say that if you stay with her for an hour, it will have an effect. But it's whether or not, and just because we have a time pressure,
a long time.
Do you want to stay with her for an hour? You could go and come back. You could go and come
Yeah,
back.
you could come get one of us if like you need some help or something.
But like she's in so much pain and so much discomfort. I think she'd
Oh.
feel bad for leaving her alone. So I think she'd like hunker down next to her, like maybe like hold her paw and just sit there with her quietly and just be like, just try and comfort her, like maybe stroke her a little bit or like pat her head.
Oh, you are nice. I don't suppose you have a cold, wet flannel, do you? I'm burning up. Stupid dog guardians.
I'll see what I've got. I'll see if I've got anything on me that might help. Let's see. I've got a water skin. Here we go. And she'll like pour some she'll like tear off a little bit of her like her robe and pour some water on it and dab her head. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here if you need anything.
That's nice. Oh, tell me about yourself, elephant friend. You look kind. And just so that we can move on. So, just so you understand, yeah, this if you stay with her for her short rest, this will count as a short rest. We'll return to it. So if you want, you can leave and maybe get involved in some of the other tasks, or if you want, you can stay here with her. But I would say that you probably won't be able to help with any of the other tasks. Is that
Okay? Yeah. She'd feel bad for leaving her. She'd feel bad.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be coming in and checking in on Obo anyway once we've got the other guys sorted.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to jump to Meepo. Oh, Meepo. Who is currently riding around on Ox. Ox has taken Meepo over to Meepo, sorry, over to Pig, who is lying in the center of this pile of food in the middle of the courtyard. And I would say, actually, Ox, after a little bit of harrying and bullying, will wake Pig up, and you guys will head over to the kitchen, which is actually in the northeast of the courtyard. So you go through this gateway that's in the corner of the courtyard, and you enter into what appears to be a very busy kitchen.
Oh, it's a lot going on in here.
There is a lot going on. So you enter this huge room built from stone and wood, and it has enormous tables carved from marble, which is good for kneading dough, and that utensils of every kind are hanging from the walls. Huge fire-burning stoves with curved dips built into them are currently firing up large woks. Bamboo steamers are stacked up on a counter, and large metal pots are boiling away. This room is boiling hot from all the fires and things being cooked. And it smells of hot oil, garlic, ginger, and spices. There are actually human staff here, and they are frantically moving from station to station, and there's a lot of chaos going on in here. And you can hear these shouts of like, "Pig's eaten all the food! There's no food! We need to get the food! Quick! Get the cake underway! Where are the dumplings? Have you got the dumplings?" You can also see there's a circular doorway opposite you that leads to a garden outside, and you can see through the circular arch. The garden is full of crops and fruit trees, branches hanging heavy with oranges and pomelos, and there's a man-made stream that flows through it, and every now and again you can just see the flash of light on a scale as you're sure that it's full of fish. As you walk into the kitchen, Pig, here we are. I don't know if the staff will want to talk to me after
Naughty
my
Pig.
actions, but I know.
You
I
ate all
couldn't
the
help
food.
myself. It
How
was
naughty.
delicious.
I'd
It
eat
was
all
so
the food too.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Well, yeah,
tasty,
and
isn't it?
Meepo food, yeah.
Much better.
What's meepo food like?
Well, it's the best. All the kobolds of the world have come and tasted Meepo's food, and they say, Meepo best, Meepo cuisine, Meepo Ramsey. I don't know who that is. Some sort of person in a far-off land. But total top rated every time.
Sounds like the kind of name you would call a donkey. But is Meepo food? Is it because this is the reunion feast for the spring festival? We have to have certain delicacies because the food at the feast signifies a specific thing. We need
He licks
fish
his
for
eyeball.
prosperity, dumplings for wealth, spring rolls, glutinous rice cake. Do you know how to make these
Good fortune
things? They're very-
fruit, yeah. Niangao. Do you have rice cake? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things we need.
What about longevity noodles? You got those? Yeah.
Yes, we
Thought
need
so.
those. Yes.
Tanguan? You got that?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you
Thought
know
so.
all this?
Spring rolls, you got those on the go yet?
Well, I ate them. I ate all of them. They were very delicious. Then.
Well, I could make some more rustle up. I saw some fish over there. We should
Yes, so,
prosperity. Well, you know.
Exactly. How do you
Yeah,
know all
very
these things, you
prosperous old
strange little
Meepo.
creature?
Well, I'm very cultured. I get around.
Well, I can see why the Jade Emperor invited you then.
Yeah.
Licks his eyeball again.
How can we? Interesting. How can you help? You seem to be more in control than I am, and this is Pig talking. Ox is there as well. Ox is kind of waiting for someone to tell him what to do. You seem to know what you're doing, Meepo. So tell us what to do.
All right. So, in fact, all of you, everybody.
And then he's going to get out his boomerang, and he's going to create an infusion on it, and infuse it with an orb of gonging. So, basically, an artificer can... Mark, you can probably better explain what this does than I can, considering you made this character.
Artificers make magic items. They can make magic items out of mundane things or other things in an instant or quickly. And Meepo knows how to make certain items that I picked for him.
This one in particular, he's infusing the magical energies of an orb of gonging into his boomerang, and he's going to hit it against the wall, and it's going to sound like a gong to get everybody's attention.
And you can set it like an egg timer.
Okay. Everyone turns to you. Everyone stops what they're doing, and for a moment it is quiet in here as everyone turns to little Meepo.
Meepo, very, very disappointed in the chaos going on right now. The Jade Emperor, he's got a meal coming up in how long? How long?
40 minutes.
40 minutes. And you're all wasting your time. You let Pig come in and eat all the food. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're not talking about all the mistakes you made. Meepo come to fix. So, 7 lucky foods. We all got the 7? We got the 7? Who's doing the fish? Who's doing the fish?
And Ox kind of perks up and says, I suppose I could do the fish. I could catch some fish.
Brilliant. Wonderful. Ox, fish, dumplings. Who's doing dumplings for wealth?
Why don't you help with the dumplings? A little boy calls out of the back.
Me?
What are you doing?
I could got little needy hands. I could do that on a marble table, yeah? No worries.
Yeah.
Spring rolls. Anyone
Well, you
doing
might
that?
as well do them too, if you've got needy little hands.
I suppose. Sweet rice balls. Penguin.
Pig. They're actually my favourite. I could make them. I know how to make them. I'll do that.
What do they mean, though?
They mean family togetherness.
Exactly.
You have
Yeah, so
served
think
them
of it in every single ball, okay? You infuse that with that
Okay,
energy.
I will. I'll need some sugar and ginger as well to make the broth.
Meepo watching.
Meepo, I'm sorry. Meepo, I'm sorry.
Now
I'm
my
sorry I
favourite.
ate all the food.
We got enough fruit. Good fortune fruit.
Someone else calls out, "We're gonna have to gather it. We can do that." And a group of people go to move outside to gather it from the trees outside.
Have my boy.
And this little homunculus servant will step up and open his lid.
You put it in there. Put it in there. Collect them up.
Okay. They look at this very strange little clockwork thing that clanks towards them. But yeah, go ahead.
Nyangao! We need Nyangao!
We've run out of staff! Sir, are we calling you sir?
Alright, once I've done
you
dumplings,
might-
spring rolls, I'll finish off with the Nyangao rice cake.
Okay.
But
Yep.
you've already got a wok going, so the noodles are fine. Right. If not, I
we
can
may
get
need
some of my other...
assistance.
Alright, I'll get some of the others. They can do that.
Yeah, we're gonna need some assistance.
Alright. Meepo, out!
And he's going to jump onto the marble table and start using his entire body to start rolling out dumplings and spring rolls into little circles and then putting the little bits in and just working like a machine. He's also going to infuse another object nearby with a thermal cube properties. So that allows him to heat up meats and things like that on the go, just on the side as he's shifting all this like a conveyor belt.
Okay. So when you're making the dumplings, is there anything that you like, any special skills or anything like that? Or you just like, is it, kind of similar to Katie and Tom, is it just a straight up kind of Dexy, you're just rolling it?
He is just working as fast as he can, not particularly clean. He's just doing it quickly, I'd say. No particular skills of Meepo's will help, other than his little gadgets and stuff that you can assist with. He can grease the floor, which is probably very bad for health and safety.
Well, I imagine if you use oil instead to like maybe oil down the marble counters so the pastry doesn't stick, the pastry cases doesn't stick. I think
I will
that'll
use
help.
grease for that purpose.
Okay.
She pours like a vial of
Hey.
grease all over the surface.
I can
Yes.
also cast heat metal, so if any of the utensils start like losing heat, I can top it up with heat metal from a distance. It's like,
Wok get cold!
Okay.
Meepo can see.
and he'll heat it up with heat metal.
Okay, yeah.
Cast
I
one of
think
those
that
as
helps
well.
Meepo Ramsey. Right. Could you roll me? I'm gonna say, just roll me a d20, straight up d20.
All right.
And I have some things in my little matrix behind the scenes.
Uh-oh. It's a 6.
Uh-oh. 6. Okay.
I think as I
and then
go,
you sent...
Meepo samples every bit of the dumplings and spring rolls as they come through. It's like,
That's good actually. Oh, Meepo like.
and he tucks in a bit too much as well. So maybe a few dumplings go missing.
Yeah, maybe they go a little bit missing. So you assigned Ox to help with the fish, some of the staff to help with the fruit. What was Pig doing? Oh, Pig was doing the tangy. Okay, so... and yeah, you're generally helping out as well. Okay, so after some time of being screamed and shouted at by Meepo, who I imagine almost like, The Wizard's Apprentice by Fantasia by Disney, like kind of like commanding presence in the middle of this kitchen, in the middle
Heating
of the chaos,
metal
kind
from
of
a
shouting,
distance.
heating metal, zapping spells all over the
He's
place,
not
rolling the
actually
dumplings, eating
that
the
good.
dumplings.
He talks the
Okay.
talk, but his physical actions are just like cramming stuff together, slapping it. It's mostly the other staff that are doing a better job, but he's managing to rile them into action.
Yeah. So after some time, the dishes start to come together. And the fish, while not abundant, there is just about enough, you think, to cover all of the banquet tables. And they have been they've been cooked. They've been steamed in soy sauce, in ginger, garlic, and spring onion. They smell very fragrant. Although they probably, if you look at them too carefully, they're falling apart a little bit off the bone. Like they've maybe been cooked a little bit too much or roughly thrown onto the plate. So some of the skin has torn. But you can hide that with a little bit of spring onion. It's fine. The dumplings are very nicely rolled, although some of them are perhaps a little bit underfilled, where Meepo has indulged a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, there is enough of them to go around. The spring rolls, similarly, they're filled just right, and they are rolled nicely. A couple of them explode when you deep fry them in the woks, so a few of them, perhaps there's not as much as there could have been when it comes to the final banquet. However, the rice cake, the nyangao, it is delicious. It is sugary and sweet, and it's actually fried in a little bit of egg as well when it's served, and it looks really good, and there's more than enough to go around for the dessert. The tangao that we gave the pig to deal with, again, they are rolled perfectly. The broth that goes with them is sweet and fragrant, and there's more than enough to cover the banquet. Again, the noodles are long, they're great in texture, they're perfectly cooked, but the real star of the show is the fruit. Your little homunculus really helped out, and I rolled a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
The plates of fruit, they are bulging with all the oranges and pomelos, and they smell citrusy and fragrant, and yeah, the plates are overflowing with fruit. All in all, you've put together a fairly decent feast. Yeah, and it's more it's more than good enough. Yeah, to it's not average. It's over average. It's not quite perfect, but it's definitely good enough for
Good
what's
enough.
to come.
Good enough for
Good
me.
enough.
Yeah, good enough.
That's the high rollers
Yeah.
motto. Good enough.
Yeah,
Good enough.
good enough. Right, so that's that. Let's head back to Mara. So what is Mara gone to do while this is all going on?
So after getting the 3 to go sort out the fireworks with Rat and Cat, getting the other 3 Zodiacs to do it, I will go and I'm going to do like a bit of checking in with everybody. So I will go and find Asius and Lollipop and see how they're getting on. And if they're done with their decorations, I would probably say the next thing we need to do, I spoke with some of the other Guardian Zodiacs. Snake and Horse are apparently, they might be dealing with something called a sway demon in the theater. I don't know if we need to kill it, if we need to trap it, or something like that, but perhaps the two of you could go and deal with that.
Mara. Hey, real quick, let me just talk about these decorations that we did, huh?
You've done a
Looking pretty
fantastic job.
good.
Yes, marvelous. Absolutely
Hey, look,
brilliant.
that one.
Fantastic. We are on
I'm
a
learning
time
right-
limit, Asius. Put that fine ass of yours into gear. We've got a lot to do.
Well, all right. I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Now, the other thing, so I don't know if you two want to go deal with that, or if one of you wants to go help Obo. I don't know where Obo is. She went to help Tiger, and we haven't seen her since. I can go do that, or I can come with you to the Sway Demon. What do you want to do?
Well, if there's a demon, then surely then that might be useful to have you and your spells there. We don't know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, well, danger is, I feel that you two are clearly, Asius, look at this fine sculpted physique, such a brave, handsome, strong warrior. And look at you in your little armor and your weapons. You're just such an adorable little fighter. I think
that's a pretty good
I think the two of you are so much better suited to going and dealing with a demon.
Oh,
than
absolutely.
Me.
Like,
go and deal with that.
easily
So
like
off to
me
the theater
and
with
a little
you.
bit
Off
her.
to the theater.
Well, I think it would
I'm-
be just quicker with more people. It would be quicker. Should we not find Obo and we could go as a team? Teamwork!
Let's do that.
Teamwork,
All right, let's do that.
teamwork,
Let's all go
teamwork.
check in with Obo, and then we'll go and deal with the Sway Demon. And we have to hope that Meepo is doing the food. I really hope that kobold comes through.
I do not trust him one bit.
Neither do I. I will take the other 2, and we'll go find Obo, and then maybe we'll try and go find the theater and Horse and Snake afterwards.
So, a couple of things. So I imagine you're having this conversation where Asius, Lollipop, and Dog were making the decorations. As you walk back onto the pathway to go to the pavilion, and you pass this smaller building in the east, you hear the sounds of the band from earlier, but they're a little bit more in tune, but you can hear this kind of like drum and clanging of a cymbal going dong 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 chan, dong 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 chan, and you can hear a little bit of noise there. You can hear, coming from what you presume is the kitchen, you can hear the sounds of Meepo cursing and shouting and ordering people around and bossing people around, and the occasional oink from pig and the moo from ox, and the loud clatter of things happening. And you can also see in the west, coming from where sheep pointed out with the gardens, you can see this plume of smoke starting to rise in the distance.
That seems so urgent, I think. Should one of us go and deal with that?
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what's going on in the courtyard around you. You can choose to do what you want to do.
Repeatedly.
Why don't
we still do have a lot to do.
Diversion. Let's go and deal with the fire, and then we'll come back. And
all right, let's go do that.
Deal with the demon.
All right, let's go deal with the fire.
Well, in the interest of time, we just stick together. I don't think that's what the DM was hinting.
You can do what you want, Tom Hazel. You can do what you want. I would say maybe check in with Obo. Maybe, I don't know.
That's
I don't want
certainly. I'll tell you what. How about this? So Mara will say, Lollipop, Asius, you go check in with the gardens. I'll go check in with Obo. We'll meet back here in a few minutes to go to the theater with this sway demon. Right? You guys go deal with the fire. I'll go check in with Obo, and we'll meet back here in, let's give it 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I'll go check on an Obo and send those two off towards the gardens and the fire.
Okay, so Asius and Lollipop head off to the west to go to the gardens, but first, Mara heads into the pavilion and is greeted by the sight of Obo, this wonderful creature, this wonderful elephant, who
Giant,
is currently
gentle
patting this big tiger who's lying on his side and moaning and whinging, and dabbing her head with a flannel.
Obo, what are we do? What are you doing? We've got to hurry.
Mara, Tiger's not well. She's really not well.
Yes, I know. That's why you've been sent to fix her. Why is she not fixed?
I'm fixing her. It's just going to take a little time. It's going to take about an hour or so.
No, we don't have an hour. There's a demon we've got to go deal with, and Meepo's in the kitchen, and we don't know what he's doing. This is Tiger. What's the matter? What's the matter with you, Tiger? What is it?
I've eaten a little demon, and I think it's still writhing around in my stomach. The elephant, the kind
well, let's see if it's
so
still
much pain, Mara. Look at her.
Well, let's try and fix it. Okay, give me a second. Let me think. Okay. And then my ears pop up. And being a burrow folk, they have a natural kind of awareness of magic. I'm going to cast Detect Magic and see if I can see there's a glow in Tiger's belly moving around, or see if there's something causing trouble inside her stomach or something like that.
Yeah, so you can definitely see that. You can see a kind of a dark where Tiger's fuzzy little belly is. And you can see maybe a little shape kind of press against her a little bit, writhe around her, like a little foot, maybe a little head. And you can also see the shimmer of the magic that Obo cast. And you can see that it is kind of it's settled on her fur like a golden glow. And yeah, I would say that, you got the impression, knowing magic and knowing, probably asking Obo what the spell does. If you did leave Tiger, it would probably help. It does seem to be gathering to near where this darkness is.
But it's going to take some time. Do I think, looking at this, because obviously, eating demons and spirits, there has to be some sort of magical element to these Zodiacs, right? This isn't probably just normal digestion.
They are all magical creatures. They
Tiger,
all have
just
an aura
you
of
open your mouth. Just open your mouth big and wide for me, please, darling.
And she opens her giant
I'm assuming it's
jaw,
a big
these
mouth.
big yellow teeth. Yeah.
Can I see in?
Obo's,
Can I see in?
You just see a throat. You see a throat.
Okay. I'm going to try something weird. I'm going to say, all right, this might be a little uncomfortable. Obo, keep playing your music. Keep her calm and gentle and make it nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a mage hand and try and like reach in and see if I can grab this like demon and pull it out. Like, because if they're magical creatures, I might be able to like reach in and pull something out. Is what I'm thinking.
Because mage hand though it has a limit to it, doesn't it? Of how strong it is.
Yeah, it's up to 10 pounds. So I'm hoping it's like if I've seen just this little demon or something, like a little imp or something, I'm hoping that like the mage hand's enough to pull it free.
I'm trying to think how much this little thing would weigh. I know what it is, but it does have low strength.
Is the equivalent of like
it's
a
like
10-pound bag of sugar, you know, or like 10
quite
pounds
heavy.
of feathers, or like 10 pounds of like.
Or a
marbles.
baby. You know.
A baby.
Oh,
It's like the size of a baby.
Okay, yeah, no, that works. That works. I can deal with that. Okay, yeah.
Try and pull out this thing.
It's a 10-pound bag of sugar.
And I like to imagine that there's this giant, mouth open, and then you just see this little kind of like wiggly purple bodysuit butt with a little bunny table like sticking out of the giant mouth, and like Mara's in there like trying to reach in with the mage hand, like trying to pull it free.
Tiger is in distress. Tiger is about to clamp her mouth shut.
Can I cast Calm Emotions on Tiger?
Yeah. And what does that look like for Obo?
Again, I think it would come out of like her trunk as like another musical note and like swirl around like this golden ribbon around Tiger's like neck and like her head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I would say as this hand is rammed down Tiger's throat, Obo starts playing this music, and Tiger does seem to kind of relax. I imagine it's kind of like conscious sedation, you know, when you go to the dentist and they sedate you so you don't chomp on them. So she starts to relax, starts breathing deeply, maybe a little throaty purr reverberating in Mara's ears, and eventually the hand manages to grab onto something. It's wriggly, it's slimy, it doesn't like that you're touching it, and you pull, and you pull, and you pull, and pop! You tumble backwards, and as you sit up, you realize that in your arms is this small baby or 10-pound sugar-sized.
I'm not touching it.
Okay, in the mage hand. But you I imagine you have tumbled backwards a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She definitely tumbles back.
Yeah. There's this slimy, writhing, purple, tentacled little creature with long tentacles coming from its face, big, bulbous black eyes, like a doll's eyes. And it's and it's shrieking and writhing around. Like, gross!
Mara, what is that? Just panic.
Yeah, there's like I am panicking. Obo's panicking. We're all panicking.
Roll initiative for me.
Oh, here we go, baby.
Oh,
hey, pretty good though.
I rolled 1, a natural 1.
Well, I'm at 20, so
I got 18.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Mara, and then Mara, what do you do?
In a desperate panic, so my mage hand has like flung it like 10-20 feet away from me or something like that in an absolute panic. I'm gonna cast like I'm just screaming at Obo like, I don't do offensive spells, do something, and then I'm gonna cast sleep at 2nd level on it. So
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and put this thing to sleep if I can.
Okay. So
that's 5d8 plus an. So this is 5d8 plus an additional 2d8 because I'm casting it at 2nd level. If it exceeds the creature's hit points, it basically falls asleep. If it's immune to being charmed, it isn't affected by this spell. So stop me wasting my time.
No, roll it.
Okay. All right. 8, 10, 14, 20, 28, and then 2 additional. Oh, I've rolled a lot of 8s. That's 36. 43 hit points of total. So if it's got less than 43 hit points, it falls asleep.
This little baby-sized writhing mass of tentacles just rights itself up. Brains! Starts staggering towards you, and then just and just falls asleep on on the floor, just like collapses in on itself.
And then I will use my movement to run and hide behind Obo. Just like, just goes running, screaming behind the big elephant lady.
Obo.
Kill it, squish it, step on it.
I don't know any offensive spells either. I think Obo's just gonna like grab like a spear that she has, but like hold it backwards the wrong way and just start.
Wake it up! Don't wake it up! If you hit it, it will wake it up.
Make an attack roll.
17.
You probably have advantage, right? Because it's unconscious on the ground.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
25.
I think it's a crit.
So
I
as
think
this thing-
because it's incapacitated,
yeah.
it's a crit because it's unconscious.
As this thing falls unconscious, Mara runs away, and Obo steps up, screams, holding this spear the wrong way, and just and skewers the thing into the floor, and it just and this black ink just spreads out from it.
Mara, that's the first thing I've ever killed.
Oh.
What? That's the first thing I've ever killed. That was horrible.
Well, it's fine. It's you know, it's some sort of it's like a demon, right? They're not real. They'll just go back to whatever plane of existence they're from. It's not actually dead. You didn't actually you banished it, sort of thing, right? And I'm looking around like, that's what I learned in Planar 101. Is that true? I don't know, but that's what I'm telling Obo.
And as Mara says that, the demon, this slimy skin dries and cracks. And as it cracks, a breeze kind of catches it, and this dust just flies off.
See?
And it does
It's just gone back
reduce
to its
ashes.
home realm. It's fine. You didn't actually kill it. It's fine. You did great.
Okay.
And
Thank you for your help.
Tiger rights herself. She rolls onto her front, stretches that big long stretch like a big cat can, gives a big yawn, rolls her shoulders. Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you two.
You're
I'm
welcome.
going to have a word with those door guardians. I need to be more picky about what they feed me.
Yes, certainly, and more than happy to provide our assistance, aren't we, Obo?
Yes, of course. And Obo will just bow down again. Of course.
I forgot to ask in my infirmity, who are you two? And, well, I owe you a debt of gratitude.
I am Maria Moonshimmer, illusionist, invited by the Emperor, as is my dear entertainer friend, Obo. Obo, introduce yourself.
Hello, yes, I'm Obo Trunksong. Yes, I am a musician, songwriter, song player. Yes, at your service.
A
Lovely to meet
fabulous
you.
team, can't you tell? And then I'll use minor illusion to make, like, you know, like notes and sparkles and lights and stuff all around me and Obo, like, we're professionals.
Like back to back. Like,
yeah.
we did that.
What a delightful pair you are. I can definitely see why the Jade Emperor invited you. Ox mentioned something about special guests. Well, shall we see where the feast has gotten to? It must nearly be time. Is there anything I can assist you with?
Oh, yes, I think that, well, there's a few things. We have some companions who are trying to locate, I think, Dragon, who there was something of a fire in the gardens that we were looking into. I dispatched Sheep, Monkey, and Rooster to try and find Rat and Cat who had gone missing. We did leave
wonderful.
our companion, a small kobold, dealing with the cooking. I hope that that's going well. And then some other companions. Obo, we must go and help them. They're trying to locate Snake and Horse. Do you know anything? What is a sway demon, Tiger? Do you know what is that?
Ah, I do know about sway demons. I've eaten some in my time.
Yes, I imagine.
They are particularly cunning little demons. They appear at night and feast on the dreams of small children. However, they have a weakness, and their weakness is in the red envelopes. You see, they are afraid, not of the red envelope itself, but of the money inside it. As the legend goes...
Afraid of money?
As the legend goes, some parents protected their child by placing 8 coins inside a red envelope to protect it from the sway demon, and when the child slumbered and the demon approached, the coins burst into life and scared the demon away.
Well, that's fantastic. We should go and tell our companions in case they encounter it. Perhaps you could simply help locate Rat and Cat and make sure these fireworks are going to be appropriate. Of course, if necessary, I can provide magical fireworks if necessary, and music from Obo later on if necessary. But perhaps you could help with that. But we should go and help the others, Obo.
Yes, of course.
Go, help your companions. I will do the task that you have left me with. Thank you, friends. And
You're
with that,
welcome.
She will start walking out of the pavilion and disappear. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. In the meantime, scooching over to the Imperial Gardens.
Oh,
Um,
very cool.
Ignore
Awesome.
all the tokens on there. Obviously, not all of you
Yeah,
are
that's-
there yet, so just ignore all the tokens. But I will say that that probably didn't take too much time. So I will say that
We
that
can kind
Obo
of run in and maybe
Mara,
help these guys.
yeah, and Meepo as well. I would say that you're probably done with your task in the kitchen. So if Meepo is looking for new stuff to do, he can probably hear. If he passes through the courtyard, some of the other guardians, like Dog, will rough at you and point you towards the gardens as to where everyone's gone. But yes, as you go to the garden...
Yeah, I think Meepo would say bye to all the staff. It's like,
Good job!
Mhm.
Nice work! Everybody! Meepo did the best he possibly could! If it's bad, it's on you! Bye!
and then he'll
What a
stand on
gracious
his,
leader.
he'll stand on his little
They'll be like,
homunculus
"Thanks."
and ride out.
Ah,
and
jeez,
as you do... Gongsi. My camera's gone out of focus. That's how confused the staff are. They blur slightly. Gongsi Fachai. They kind of say questioningly, okay, sure, what happened? And as you ride out, you do hear this music coming from this hallway in the east. This kind of deep drum beat and these cymbals, dong dong chan, dong dong chan. And you can hear a little voice going, that's it. But you still haven't, not quite there. But yeah, so are you going to carry on towards the gardens?
Meepo, quite the musician. Meepo, fix this.
And he'll
Okay.
redirect towards the
Okay.
sound of the drums.
Music.
So I'll jump back to you in a second. In the meantime, why did I base an adventure about splitting the pie? Anyway, in the Imperial Gardens, Asius and Lollipop walk in, and they come into a beautiful hexagonal pavilion. A beautiful green, lush green space. In the center of the gardens, you can see a hexagonal pavilion sits on a raised platform in the center of the garden, surrounded by lush green topiary. Gravel paths lead to serene ponds filled with healthy koi carp, and towering pines grow from neat little allotments. There's various gnarled rock structures dotted about the grounds, and pink peonies fill the air with a fragrant perfume. However, this is a bit lost on you. As you can see, in the southwest of the garden, a building is on fire, and in front of it, a large green Chinese dragon, so no wings. It looks like a huge serpent with great big jaws and I guess almost tendrils forming from its ears and its neck. And it's floating in the midair, and it's looking very panicked, standing before this building that's on fire. What would you like to do?
Oh boy, Lollipop, we really messed up this time. How the hell are we gonna fix this?
Well, this wasn't us. We didn't mess up. It wasn't us. We can.
Well, we said yes to doing it, and now we gotta do it.
Well, it's okay. I'm sure that they will come and help us too. So we should start, though. We should start. I think that the dragon looks a little bit upset. So first of all, we just need to make sure that the dragon is okay. Make friends with the dragon. Step 1.
All right.
Yes?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
And I will make my way across.
And as you
To where
rush over and get
dragon
closer to this dragon, you can hear them, and they're a gorgeous divine being, and the light of the fire reflects off of their green scales, and you can hear them, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, just over and over and over.
Hello? Hi? Hi?
Who are you? Who are you? Oh, I've done something terrible. I had an accident. A firecracker went off and it scared me, and I've accidentally set fire to the Emperor's pavilion, and he's going to be incredibly angry. And I know nothing but fire. I have nothing. I am a fire dragon. I know nothing but fire. Do you know anything but fire? Do you know anything but fire?
I
Fire.
know quite a lot of magic stuff. It's really kind of useless. I can give it a go.
I did. What?
You should
What
try,
did your
yeah.
ox friend
Try.
say? I don't
I
understand.
said I know a lot of
understand.
magic stuff. I can give it a go.
He
Help,
said he could give
help.
it a go, but it might be useless. So he'll give it his best shot, but it's okay. We're friends of the Emperor, and we're here to help.
Oh, good. Because I'm not going to be friends with the Emperor after this if he finds out that I set fire to his gardens. Help! At this point, I would like you to roll me initiative, please.
Oh, we're fighting fire with fire.
Do you want
that's
Kim?
not
Do you want the
how it
rest of us to roll initiative as well, like for when we turn up? Or...
Yeah. So anyone who's
Yeah.
coming this way, roll me
Sure.
some initiative.
Ooh, not as good.
please.
Oh no, I only got 7.
Oh
I got
no.
16.
11.
9 for Mara.
3. Mark, what? Sorry, Katie, what did you roll?
7.
7. Okay. Katie. Okay. Well, Tom. At the top of a round, you can see this fire that has taken over this building, and yeah, you can tell that it's starting to spread. It's starting to catch on some of the trees nearby. What would you like to do?
Okay, just a heads up, this is either going to go amazingly or absolutely terribly, but here we go! Okay. And I'll start raging, because when I rage, I'm a wild magic barbarian, and I'm going to roll on the magic surge table to see how I solve
my
this
God.
problem. I roll a d8, and I see what happens. Here we go. 6. What effect is that? Oh, it's the water one. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I am surrounded by multicolored protective lights, and I've gained +1 to AC. And anyone within 10
Very
feet
useful.
gains the same thing. Yeah!
Sorry, I just missed that. What was the effect? I just missed that.
Just
Everyone
gives
around
him
me
+1
gets
AC.
+1 AC. So
Cool.
Problem solved.
Cool. I'll write that down. +1 AC. Cool story. Still fire.
That was my bonus action.
Ree. Okay, sorry.
And
That was his
well,
bonus
for my full
action.
action. Yeah. So
Okay.
since that didn't work, I will instead cast fog cloud. Cover it up.
Not a problem.
what is fog-
No one can see
No
it.
problem.
Just makes no one can
Fire's
see it.
gone. You're
So,
welcome, everybody.
This fog,
Let's go.
this fog cloud, I guess, fills a 20 space radius. Yeah. So this fog cloud just covers up the fire. But I hate to tell you this, Tom, fire's still there. You can still feel the heat. You can still hear the noise of the burning wood, the crackling. And Dragon looks Dragon momentarily is like, wait, no, that's done nothing. That's done nothing. It's done
Where's it
I
gone?
can still
Can't see
sense
it.
the fire.
We're up, job
I can
done.
hear
See you
it.
later, dragon.
This is no help. Ree, can you move up? However much your movement is, and also if you want to dash and all that, move up that amount. Katie, what would you like to do?
I think. Can I look around? Is there anything like any kind of a bucket or anything in the garden, or like a pot like that has a plant in it that I could dump out?
I would say that. I would say, because this is quite a traditional thing in Chinese gardens, there is a pot, but it's more like a porcelain basin, like a round basin, and it's quite decorative. It's blue and white with some decorative scenes painted on it. It's full of water, but it also has a lily pad, a lotus, and a couple of goldfish swimming around it, and that's nearby.
Can I pick it up, run over to the pond, pour the contents into the pond, and then try and scoop up water that doesn't contain anything living in it? Like, sorry, no, I don't want to throw you on the fire. I'm so sorry. No, go away, fish. Go away.
Yeah, I'd say you'd have to make a strength check though, because it's quite a large pot, and you are a little halfling. So I will say a little bit of strength will be needed.
I rolled a nat 1, but luckily I have the lucky feat, so I can
You're
roll
halfling,
again.
yeah, you re-roll nat 1s.
Which is still not great. 10 plus 2. Just a strength or a strength? Yeah, just strength. So.
I'd say straight up strength, yeah. So you
So
run over,
12.
you stumble a little bit, some of the water splooshes, goldfish almost, but yeah, you manage to run back and sploosh this water onto the fire. I would say you probably, it's quite hot, and the pot's, it's not huge, it's not a huge pot, and I would say in the kind of like trying to wrangle this large pot and trying and in the fuss of trying to empty it and refill it and run back over, you'd manage to put out maybe like 5 foot of the fire.
I see that as
it
a total
helps,
win.
but-
I see that as
Yeah.
a complete win because no fish have been killed in the process. So Lollipop is like, it's going well. Just a few more pots of water. We're all good. We got this. We got this, Asias. We got it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Doing it.
It's Dragon's go next, and I say Dragon actually inspired by what you've done, Lollipop. So Dragon's kind of like watched you do this and is like, oh yes, container. And Dragon will go and grab, and actually nearby is one of these large incense burners. So they're huge. They're kind of these large rounded incense burners on a stand. And they tip the incense burner over, spilling sand and burnt incense sticks out everywhere, all over the beautiful marble floor. And they then go and scoop up water from the pond, fly back and dump it on the fire as well. And I would say that they probably put out 10 more feet of the fire. So at this point, there's probably about 20 foot of fire left. Like, so it is putting this, it is at least containing the fire and stopping it from spreading to the plants, from the surrounding trees, as it was just before you guys started throwing fish water on it. Mark, can you, it's your go. What would you like to do?
So Mara
I guess
steps
move
in and is just will look at it and be like, oh dear. And I will move my way forward. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And kind of just look at this giant fire and sort of, well, not much I can do. Just kind of. I'll summon an unseen servant. So I will gesture, kind of pull up my hands and say, attendants, apprentices, and clap my hands. And then this kind of spectral form, like kind of like a fake ghost, will appear. And I'll command it to basically like maybe get some of the sand that's been spilled out and throw that onto the fire to try and put it out. But yeah, that's all I could do is just send this invisible force, because it can't be harmed or anything, so it can like walk into the fire and sort of like just dump sand and things like that. Yeah, that's it.
Ree, I made a mistake with the round. I thought Obo and Mara were further back. So I'd like you to, if you want to do anything, like say that, because I kind of spoke for you and said just move, because I miscalculated. I thought you were in the courtyard. So if you want to take a go now, and like
yeah, no worries.
I made a mistake. Yeah, I don't know if you can do anything within that range, but yeah, if you want to just do that. And Trot as well, just because I've mistimed things. I'm just going to retcon and say that Meepo also gets involved as well, because I don't want you to just be sitting around. So if you wanna go after me as well.
I see the smoke, and Meepo does.
First.
He does a little. Well, this is just in between. He just tuts. It's like, Meepo, do everything, and just runs in that direction.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think Obo will move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so she'll be behind Asius 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she'll cast Speak with Plants and just try and get all the trees and the flower and like all the flowers and the grass just to move their stems and their branches just away from the fire to try and stop. Yeah, just bend away a little bit. Like, oh, the beautiful poor flowers, the trees. Please move out of the way.
I'd say as you do that, you definitely do see a little swaying movement. And this is a magical garden, it's a magical place. So you can almost hear like a little like, as they sway. Hot. As they sway and they pull back. But I will say that does have an effect in that like it makes it harder. The fire's going to have to get a lot bigger to kind of start to catch them on fire again. But yeah, Trot, what would Meepo like to do? And then it'll be the fire's go.
He's going to firstly be aghast at the situation. And he's going to be like getting his little homunculus, running over to the nearest pond, scooping him in like a bucket, and then throwing it on the fire if possible, if he can reach. If not, he'll...
How much movement?
I was going to say, it's a fair old distance.
It's 30
yeah,
feet,
it's a fair
so
old distance,
he can probably just get to the first pond and scoop it up and be ready to move towards the fire with his little servant filled with water. He doesn't care if there's fish or whatever in there. He's just scooping frantically.
It's fine. So I've rolled for the fire, and the fire seems... it has died down a little bit from the actions of everybody in this round, but it does start to flicker and burst again, and it kind of comes out by... It starts engulfing the pavilion again. It still contains the pavilion, so there's probably about I'd say 30-40 foot of fire at this moment. Top of the round, Tom, what would you like to do?
While I'm raging, can I run over with as many buckets as I can carry, being a giant minotaur, and just start, instead of ferrying stuff back and forth, I want to throw water from the pond directly onto the fire. I am a ranger who is amazing at throwing shit, apparently. Thrown weapon fighting.
Okay.
So maybe that helps. Also, I'm raging. Also a minotaur. So
he like spins around and shot puts like buckets in the direction of the fire.
Yeah. Like a javelin throw,
so
but it's buckets and buckets of water.
It's about 70 foot between the pond and the fire.
That one, yeah.
I would say... Oh, wait, no, sorry, there is that one. Sorry, yeah. Sorry. There is a 40-foot pond nearby. Sorry. I would say you are big enough that you can use the incense burners like Dragon has. So you can use this large container to do it. I would say roll me... I want to say maybe athletics to see if you can angle it and throw it. Or maybe roll me like it was a ranged weapon, maybe. What do you think? Mark, I'm going to defer to you and your DM expertise. What do you think?
No. I mean, if you think that's the right call, you make that call. It's your game, mate.
I say.
And it doesn't have to
I'd
be
say
base rules
athletics.
either. You just go with what you think. Yeah, if you think athletics fits, then it's athletics.
In my
Nice.
heart, athletics. 8. You rolled an 8. So you're
You're
mostly
raging,
soaked.
though, right? You're raging. You get
That's true. You have
advantage if
advantage
you're raging.
on strength checks. Yeah,
Oh.
athletics
Come
if you're
on,
raging.
Barbarian.
Come on, what a barbarian noob, Katie.
Nice. 10.
10. So you begin dousing these incense burners in the pond and throwing it. You succeed mostly in getting your friends wet, and the path is very wet and now a little bit slippery.
Now everybody just run
Um,
into it. It'll be fine.
I'm so glad that I'm stood far back.
I will say you've maybe soaked some of the plants around the pavilion so that it would be harder for them to
Ree's
catch
gone.
fire. So you've contributed something. I don't know what exactly that is.
She's
Ree,
done.
what would you like to
Tom
do?
set her off again.
Fine.
You're fine.
Run into it.
Ree.
You're all wet now.
Oh,
Ree, get that trunk. I want to
but-
see you suck up that juice and spray it
Oh
all
my
over the
God.
fire.
wow.
God.
What? That's what elephants do. Elephants they suck up water, don't they? And then they squirt it out.
Just don't say it like that. Suck up that juice.
Oh no, Rhiannon's broken and it's her turn. We're never gonna get.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
Tick tock. Tick tock.
Suck the
Tick.
juice. Suck the
Tock.
juice. Suck the juice.
I will suck the juice.
Do you have does a Loxodon have like
It doesn't
a
have
suck
that ability
ability?
to do that.
Okay,
no.
it doesn't have a suck
It can,
ability.
He's a
it can
Loxodon.
move. It can
It's an
move
elephant.
stuff. Oh wait, no! You can use the trunk as a snorkel or grasping things, lifting up to a number of pounds equal to 5 times your strength, 85 pounds. So
Bloody hell, that's
the
a
hell?
lot.
That's a strong trunk.
That's
Strong
a big
trunk.
old boy.
big
Man,
boy.
you should have gone
So
into the tiger.
I
Just reached and drunk and... Anyway.
yeah, I guess
The
seeing
juice.
seeing what Asius is doing, she's going to do the same with her trunk, just lifting up
Hashtag suck that
incense
juice.
burners, chucking them.
Roll me. I'd probably say athletics as well because it's going to be it's a strength-based task, right? So I feel like it's going to be that kind of like, like how strong can you yeet it in the water?
Not
Oh,
mine.
God.
This is Rhiannon we're talking about.
Advantage. I'm going to give you
So-
advantage for your Loxodon ways because you're a Loxodon. So you should. I feel like a Loxodon would know.
Doesn't
Fine.
help.
Okay,
It
fine.
doesn't help.
13.
Yeah. Turns out Asius is a bad influence, and you've been just throwing water in the same the same rate as his hands, and yeah, the path just gets wetter. Yeah, not a lot happens.
We'll make a
Katie, what would Lollipop like to do?
So she will look at Obo and Asius and be like, "Stop trying to drown me! Drown the fire!" And she'll probably do the same thing, get the pot and just fill up as much as possible, and come back and throw it on. Because there's not much else she can think of to do right now.
I think, yeah, roll me another strength check, because again, like, these pots are quite unwieldy for Lollipop.
Ooh, 18 plus 2, 20.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, Lollipop fueled on by just desperation and trying to do a good job. I'd say you managed to put out about 10 foot of the fire, so it reduces down to about a 20-foot radius. Yeah, you managed to give it a good dousing, and I'd say like, along with what you did in the previous round, yeah, you managed to stop it from spreading quite so fast. Dragon again will copy you and do. Actually, no, Dragon. Dragon is going to pick up Obo and basically, Dragon is going to grab Obo. Dragon is very strong and lift Obo over the lake instruct Oboe to suck up all the water and then hold their action so that if Oboe does that, they're going to fly back over to the fire, almost like, like a helicopter, like the fire.
Dousing a helicopter, like dropping it down.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what's going to happen. In fact, I think we'll just do that in one turn, because screw it. Let's just throw all the rules out. And I will say that combined with everyone else's efforts, that so imagine this great Chinese dragon holding this giant elephant, Loxodon elephant, humanoid elephant. They manage to coordinate each other as Oboe sucks up all this water in the pond. A fish probably does go up your snout. And they fly back over the fire.
Goldfish up the nose.
You douse this fire, and it eventually goes out. And then, dragon gently puts you on the ground. Oh, my heart. Oh, this pavilion. Oh, it's okay, though. It's okay. The fire stopped. My friends, you helping the fire stopped. We haven't destroyed the pavilion. This is good. The Emperor won't be furious at me. I can hide this. Asius, Ox friend, are you able to keep this fog cloud up so that we can just hide this for a while?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem.
I can help with that as well, and I can say like the fog cloud is to an extent, but I can make it look as good as new. I can make the pavilion look as if it did before.
Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you. Who are you? You five? Well, you're not any of the guardians. You look like you could be guardians. You look like descended from rabbit, the ox, and yeah.
I suppose this one could be a small you in a way, and I'll point at Meepo. Like, there's something of a dragon in a kobold.
Meepo is pouring out his servants, like the water from its head, because he just did nothing. Whatever, Meepo.
Not a demon.
Yes. Well, no, I wasn't going to say you look like a demon. You do indeed look as though you could be a descendant of mine. Great
Dragon.
Great descendant.
Oh yes, far
Dragon
removed,
says this,
of course.
The dragon line really messed up.
Maybe one of my cousins. Yes. And as Dragon says this, maybe not. You hear a gong. Gong sound out from the central courtyard, and Dragon, the summons, the Jade Emperor has summoned us. What is the time? Is it time for the feast?
Oh yes, it's about time for the feast, yes.
Oh, nobody will come in here. Maybe no one will come in here. It's fine. I think we should go,
How do we deal with the fire?
Well, because the fire would have spread Asius, I think. It would have eventually got to the other area. Yes.
You can't have a feast when
I'll
the
have
gardens are burnt down.
I'll have my unseen servant just do all the tidying up, so like sweeping up all like the incense that's been dumped out, and I'll be like, yes, just you deal with that while we go deal with the other thing, and then I'll just kind of leave that here, sweeping up.
Thank you. Yeah. Dragon's very thankful. Dragon's like, I was gonna stay behind actually and do that, but yes, let's go together then. If your servant can deal with it. Thank you. Mara, is it? Yes.
Well done, Lollipop and
Thank you so
Asius.
much.
Well done, dealing with it as quickly as you did.
That was all us.
Right, and
Yes.
you head back
Us.
to the
We're
courtyard.
good.
And when you head back in, it is in a distinctly different state to when you first arrived here. The decorations have been put up, and they look lovely, and the food has been laid out, and it is abundant, and it smells delicious. What else have you done? You see in the center of the courtyard, tiger, ox. Let's see, hold on a minute. Tiger, ox, dog, pig, monkey, rooster, sheep, and dragon. And rat, actually. Rat as well, because you did send people to help Rat. Guardians to help Rat. Have gathered in the center. And the Jade Emperor is stood once again on the balcony. The Jade Emperor looks around. It looks as though we can begin the celebrations. The villagers and the monks are outside and awaiting. Ox, have them come in momentarily. I will say, where are the lions? Rabbit was dealing with the lions. Has anyone seen any mention of them? She had.
We were just about to go and find them, Your Imperialness, but there have been so many different problems. But we were just about to go and investigate what was happening with them in the theater.
Unfortunate. It would have been good to have the celebrations with the lions. Maybe we can assist Rabbit in the meantime. Has anyone seen Horse and Snake and the red envelopes?
Oh no, maybe that was that. That was the thing that we were going to do. I retract my statement. I got confused.
What Mara said.
Anyone?
Yeah, no, that was the one that we were going to
Okay.
go and deal with. The red envelopes, they were the ones that we were just about to go and assist, but never got the
Right.
chance to. Your Empress, Your Majesty, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have no red envelopes, and we have no lions for the lion dance. This is fine, though. I can
We have
see
some
we
nice
have fireworks,
decorations.
and you see... Oh, the decorations are lovely. Did you help with the decorations, Asius?
Oh yeah. Me and this little candy
yes, and the
floss thing
food.
here.
Oh, the food smells absolutely wonderful and delicious.
What, really?
Food does smell actually quite delicious
Yeah.
and looks wonderful.
Hang on a minute. That ain't
I
right.
Meepo,
look at Meepo with surprise.
Meepo flicks a little tea towel over his shoulder and just claps his little tiny claw hands together. Brushes himself off with some flour that's on his shoulder.
Well, thank you, little Meepo. You have been quite the star today. At least we have the food, and we have the decorations, and I can see there a rat has sorted out the fireworks, and you can see in the corner all the animals that you sent to help Rat. They're sat around these crates of fireworks, and they've all been arranged, and firecrackers have been put out on stands, ready to go. And it's ready. The Jade Emperor takes a deep breath. Ox, I believe it is time to begin. And he's about to say his next word, there is a deep, bestial roar that shakes the courtyard, causing a rain of petals to shower down. Crockery rattles on the tables, and decorations slide down from the walls. Another roar reverberates deep in everybody's body, and followed by a loud crack as the branches of the peach tree above you bend and droop unnaturally as if a tremendous weight is pulling down on it. And you can see this huge monster begin to pull itself up over the side of the courtyard behind the pavilion.
That's a big boy.
It is a
That's a big boy.
gargantuan beast. A big boy, the biggest of boys. Burnished bronze skin, a tough scaled hide that looks like huge plates of armor covering its bullish body. Great black horns twist from its forehead, and a curled lion's mane streams off like green flame. Burning golden eyes radiate with anger. A heavy jeweled harness is locked around its neck and its front, and it stinks! This wave of sharp, acrid scent of salt water and seaweed rolls across the courtyard. As it looks around at all of you, it catches sight of the food that lays in front of everyone, and it roars and starts to descend. I would like everybody to roll me some initiative, please.
Yeah!
Oh, how long is this gonna last? Like maybe one turn? It's huge.
It's fine,
Yeah.
Natural
we'll get it done
20.
in time. Natural
Oh.
20.
Now again,
Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy.
19 for Meepo.
22.
19. Okay. Okay. Hold on, I'm just counting something up.
Mhm.
how much health it has. 50,000. Wow.
Yeah, lots of health. All the health. It is a healthy, hungry boy. Okay. Sorry, it was Ree next. Katie, what did you roll?
13.
13. Katie. And Mark?
15.
15. Mark. Okay. As this monster roars and starts to climb down the walls, shaking the courtyard, the guardians begin to gather. The Jade Emperor turns and points and speaks in an unknown language, and all the guardians. Now, when you saw the guardians before, the gathered guardians in the courtyard, they were a bit clownish. They were a bit, unsure of themselves, but they snap into action, and you can see them glow with this unnatural light, and they all take fighting stances, and immediately, as one, the gathered guardians swarm to the base of where the Nyan, where this monster is, and begin to assault it. And the Jade Emperor says a word, and this flash of light shoots out from his hand and sparks this giant barrier, almost trying to hold the Nyan back. Asius, what would you like to do? You all have 1 round of actions.
I'd like to shit my pants.
The Guardian, the Jade Emperor will shout, "The fireworks! Light the fireworks!"
Oh, you got it. I'll do that. All right, I'll do that.
So I guess you head over to the fireworks?
Yeah.
You would probably need fire. Yeah, you would need fire. Or some means of making fire.
I've got means of making fire. I will rage and use my wild surge. Rolling a D8. It gives me... Oh my god. Magic infuses one weapon of my choice that I'm holding. It changes its weapon type to force. Yeah!
Very cool if we were in another type of game.
I hit it against a piece of flint. It makes a spark. It lights a firework. I throw the fireworks, go straight into the lion's mouth, kills it instantly. Game over.
I win.
That's exactly what happens, yes. No, basically, so yeah, I would say that, yeah, your use of force would strike against a flint. There are rocks nearby, and it does light the fireworks, and they go off. I'm guessing you're going to angle them towards the Nyan? Or just have them go off randomly?
Nyan.
Yeah. Maybe I'll test one on Meepo, but yeah, I think the rest of them will go towards the Nyan.
Yeah, okay. So these fireworks light up and shoot, screaming towards this great beast, and they burst into light and color around it. Pop, 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 crack, crack, crack. And this Nyan roars, this beast roars, and it definitely reels back. It seems uncertain. It doesn't like it. Next up, Obo, what would you like to do?
Could I cast plant growth on the kumquat trees and try and cause them to overgrow and try and protect the emperor, create a natural barrier around the palace? Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
So I would say that you could even, because you're in a peach tree, right? So you could even talk to the tree itself, and the tree responds and starts to, new branches blossom out, shoot out, these purple petals explode out, and you can see, these huge branches unfurl upwards, knocking the Nyan off it has to stumble and try to re-grab onto the side of the trunk as it's climbing over. So I'd definitely say you'd impede it and you'd hold it back.
Nice. Cool.
I think. Oh wait, no, I think I read the wrong initiative. Whoops. Oh well. Trot, you're next.
Meepo works. He's gonna cast pyrotechnics of his own.
Okay. Just quickly, I will say, because we are coming up to 8 o'clock, and I think Yogscast are being hosting someone else next. So would it be okay? We're going to run over by maybe 10 minutes, I'd say. We are close to the end.
We can finish on High Rollers.
But yeah, we'll finish on High Rollers. So if you're watching us on Yogscast, come join us over on High Rollers, twitch.tv/High Rollers D&D, where we finish this off. It's not that far from the ending. spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be this round.
Come on.
But yeah.
Come and join us
So
over on High
Meepo-
Rollers D&D, and you can pop back for Pet and Boba are on after us, so you can pop back
Nice.
Yeet.
once Kim's done.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. It's
Bye,
not, we're
everybody.
not far off. So Meepo.
Yeah.
Meepo. Take it away, Meepo.
Meepo works. He casts pyrotechnics at the creature. He has his own fireworks of magic.
Oh.
So create
they
an
look
area of non-magical flame that you can see and fits within a 5-foot cube. So I'm going to point that at him because it's 60 foot of range. The target explodes with a dazzling display of colors, and each creature within 10 feet of the target must succeed on a con saving throw or become blinded. So it's con 14 to beat.
I'm going to tell you now, it's going to pass. So it's not going to be blinded. However, as these fireworks, as these pyrotechnics
Meepo
explode
works.
outwards again, Meepo works. Sorry, I'm
Thank
so
you.
sorry. Are they what? So what do they sound like when they go off?
They sound like tiny kobolds screeching in unison of varying pitches.
Very loud and annoying, then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as these piercingly loud, Kim loud fireworks explode in front of this beast, again, similar to when Asius set off the fireworks, it roars and recoils. It doesn't like them. It almost seems afraid. It seems scared of it. It kind of throws up a great paw, trying to protect its eyes, and does in fact protect it from any kind of blindness. And it reels backwards. Mark, what would Mara like to do?
So Mara, remembering, kind of hoping that she's remembered her kind of things that she's learned about the Jade Emperor and the culture of this, the Immortal Palace, the Peach Palace, and remembering him talking about the lions. She's gonna properly like stand back, flick her cape out so it kind of flows behind her, tip her like little wizard hat down, and then bring her fingers up, and I am gonna create a major image with my 3rd level spell slot. And this, I can create a 20-foot cube illusion of pretty much anything I want, an object, a creature, or a visible phenomenon. And I'm going to base it on some of the lion statues and things that I've seen around the palace and on the Emperor's outfit, and create the image of like this grand, golden, radiant light lion that's huge, because it's a 20-foot cube. So it's this huge creature, and I'm going to have it rise up, and I'll almost just like, you don't stand a chance. We have the Great Guardian. And then I'm going to like throw my hands up, and then this thing kind of rises up out of Meepo's fireworks and all the fireworks that Asius set off. And I'm going to have it like rise up into the air, kind of threatening this thing. And obviously it's an illusion, but it has to use its action to physically examine the illusion to determine that's what it is. And I'm going to keep it so it's like threatening him, but not actually going against the creature, like not trying to attack him or anything.
Yeah. And I imagine as well, it will be moving in the way that Chinese lions do, that kind of like...
Yes, I can move it.
Blinking its
So
large eye, kind of doing that, like... Yeah,
doing that
dipping
dance,
and
the kind of
swaying.
waving.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't attack it, so it's using those movements. Like, if this thing tries to, like, attack it, it, like, dips and weaves and dances to the side, but threatens, like, you know, kind of like another creature. Yeah, so it's like this giant golden form.
Perfect. Lollipop. You're next. What would you like to do?
She hasn't really got anything other than a sword, so she's gonna get in there. She's a brave little thing. She's gonna go for an attack, if that's okay. And
I would say if you're trying to do a physical attack, it would be impossible, because currently it is above the courtyard. It is huge, like it is absolutely huge, and especially with oboes making the branches grow, it has been pushed back, so it would be out of your reach if you're trying to do a physical attack. I imagine for a halfling, was it a
can
fighter?
I throw hand axes at it? I've got some hand axes.
Yeah. What's the range on the hand axe?
20 to 60 feet. Not very much.
I would say it's probably still just out of your reach.
Okay, well, I don't really... I got nothing. Unless there's more fireworks that I can set off, I got nothing.
There's a lot of them.
What color is Lollipop again? She's pink, isn't she?
Her hair is bright, like
Okay.
bubblegum pink, candy floss pink.
Okay. Close to red, right?
It's close to red. I like it.
Let's say yes.
I would say, yeah, I'd say yes. Okay. I'm going to say, and this is going to be a little bit metagaming just because I do want to wrap up, but I will say that Lollipop, I imagine, would just would just be quite threatening, right? Just shouting and bashing her hand axe on against each other. And I think if the beast looks down at her, it can just see this tiny, pink, red, loud, noisy little thing. And again, it kind of like reels back, like, oh, no, absolutely no. And you recall from earlier, Dog saying that red is important because it chases evil spirits away.
If that's the case, can I grab one of the banners that's fallen down and
That's
wave
cool,
that around?
Yeah.
Like a flag.
Basically,
100%.
just use as much of the fabric banners as possible to just move, just run about as much as possible with it.
Yeah, and I would say that definitely, has an effect on this beast. It looks down at you in another roar, and it reels back again. It's trying to shake its head and get away from you. After all of this, after the fireworks, the noise, the branches pushing it back, this giant lion, golden lion, sizing up to attack it, you can see this monster, this huge, strange beast, becomes visibly scared. It gives one last earth-trembling roar and turns and jumps down from the peach tree, causing another earth-shaking tremble. You can hear a moment's silence and then his footsteps retreating. A cheer goes up from the assembled Zodiac Guardians, and the Jade Emperor beams and showers his praises upon you. Well done. That was wonderful. That was absolutely magnificent. The beast is called the Nyan. The Nyan. It must have been why everyone was acting so strangely. It was coming. It was attacking. It does this sometimes. It appears at the time of the reunion feast, and it gorges itself on everything until its hunger has been sated. But thank you. Thanks to your actions, the fireworks, the noise, the color, you scared it away. You can see now that villagers and monks begin to file into the courtyard, excitedly filled with chatter and excitement. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see what they did? And you are seated at the tables. You are seated at the head table with the Jade Emperor sat in front of you. Everyone sits themselves down at the various tables, and the great reunion feast begins. The courtyard rings out with excited chatter, the sound of spoons on bowls, punctuations of guests exclaiming out will wishes and blessings. Nyan nyan, yo yo, gong si fa chai, as people exchange angbaos. More firecrackers are brought out and set off at various intervals, and a band plays happy music. When the food is eaten, Rabbit comes out, and there are two little lions with her. In that kind of traditional Chinese lion way, and they begin dancing. The lions move with vibrancy, and they tease members of the audience, delighting children and presenting lucky scrolls to each of you. Each of you is gifted a lucky scroll from these lions. As the festivities wind on through the night, the Jade Emperor also rewards each of you with a red envelope, handing it to you with two hands. And giving it to you, and thanks you for your role in putting together such a wonderful event. Eventually, the sky darkens and fireworks fill it with color and light, and the spring festival has been a success, and great luck will bless all for the year to come.
Hey.
Nice.
Great job,
Thank you.
Kim.
Sorry for overrunning. Sorry for overrunning.
We did it.
Oh, that's all right.
Dude, one-shots are the hardest thing in the world to time with stuff like this, and you want to put so much cool stuff in, and you want people to have a chance to explore it, so trying to keep it to 3 hours is very, very difficult. But amazing stuff, amazing adventure, wonderful.
I I will say you guys achieved the best ending. I didn't think you were, but there was one thing that tipped it. So I've been tracking. So I've ended it depending on the amount of guardians that you managed to help and gather, the amount of challenges you managed to complete, and to what quality that you do it, and also the tactics you use against the Nyan. And I did lead you a little bit at the end there, but hey, who we want a good story. So there was every chance that you would have had a bad ending, and a sort of middling ending where it's fine, but it's not great. But
Our
yeah,
red
you
envelopes
guys
have
managed
loads of
to just
gold in it, right?
Yeah. So I've arranged it. So if you were playing this as part of your campaign, you open the Angbao and you reveal 88 gold each. So paper currency worth 88 gold. Yeah. And I suggested as well at the DM's discretion, if you have this in your campaign, that each player can be awarded an inspiration as a result of good luck blessings from the festival. But obviously,
Cool. Hey, Kim,
really cool.
how could people play this for themselves?
Yeah, like you say that, but like, they're going to remember the whole stream, Tom? It's not like this
Hey,
adventure's
that's the whole
published
stream. Write it
anywhere.
Yeah. Shit. What about all the stuff that didn't happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, if only it was published somewhere with cool artwork.
You know what? I wish it was published on Patreon myself.
Really? Yeah, I love supporting Kim's
Tom.
Patreon. Nano Kim's Patreon. It's my
Well,
favorite.
if it's on
could
there,
it be?
great.
I'm writing that down. How'd you spell that?
Where, what is it?
K-I-M.
Nano Kim? Nano Sounds? Patreon?
If you would like, I don't actually know the address of the page. Nightjar's probably spelling it right now. If you would like to run this as part of your own campaign, I have written it in a way that you can. Oh, for fuck, you can put it in. Your own campaign. But yes, it is available on my Patreon now, patreon.com/nanosounds. I've worked very hard on this, many sleepless nights.
Yeah.
I've already spotted a few mistakes that I do need to amend, so I will update the document as soon as I can. And there's maps in there, there's little tokens in there. I made a whole bunch of tokens as well if you want tokens for your
Gotta sign
virtual
in.
tabletop.
I literally just signed up and I'm downloading it now.
Wow,
I've literally
it's that
signed
easy.
up. It's that easy. I did it while Kim was talking. What's stopping you?
Brilliant.
Nothing.
That
That's
means
what.
You guys are the best. Are you guys the best? I don't know. I will say I'm really proud of this. Like it's been a labor of love because I've wanted to share my. Well, this is my tradition, right? Lunar New Year is a very big thing for me, and I'm kind of sad I couldn't celebrate this year. So I've tried to put in things that I celebrate and the way I celebrate, things with the decorations and the food and things like that. Very impressed with Meepo knowing all the different meanings behind the food already.
Meepo's smart.
But yeah, so I just
Yes.
if you do download, if you are interested in the adventure, I have explained like certain traditions and things like that. So yeah, and look at that, we have hit 2,500 on the GoFundMe. So thank you very much, David. We'll be very happy because now we can raise the target for the rest of the Lunar New Year as well. So thank you so much for your generosity and your kindness for donating to Kind Red Packet. That's going to go to some very good causes to help the elderly and the homeless. So thank you very much. But yeah, I hope you all. I made a couple of mistakes. I probably wasn't my finest DMing. I got screwed up a few times. But I hope you all had fun.
It's hard to do.
And you
There's
enjoyed
no
this
such
little
thing as
slice.
finest
That's
DMing.
really
We
great.
had fun. You had fun.
Yes.
That's what matters.
Great time. Great
That was
time.
great
Yeah.
fun.
Very, very cool stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really cool. And also, like, it was fun for us because I feel like over the years we've known you, we've all picked up a little bit about the traditions, but like
Yeah.
we've never properly celebrated it with you. So this is like really nice for us to celebrate with you. Like I remember the line dances from the
Yeah.
wedding and things like that, and you know, it's just been really, really nice to spend this time with you because I know you couldn't be with family and folks. So glad
Yeah,
that
thank
we
you.
could
No,
at least
and
do something
it-
fun with you on Sunday.
Yeah. This has felt like a little celebration for me. Like, this has been awesome to celebrate with you guys and everyone in chat as well. Like, it has felt better. It has given me something to look forward to and to, you know, to actually do something for the holiday rather than what I was going to do, which was just eat chocolate in my pajamas and cry a little bit. So
That doesn't sound too bad.
Sounds pretty good. You know,
But this was
crying a bit
better. This
aside.
was better.
Yeah, this was better.
This was better. Celebrating with friends, a lot better. Yeah. Speaking of, do we have any donations or anything that need? reading out? Thomas,
Yes,
Hazel,
we
I think we had a
do.
few subbies.
Yeah, we've had a $60 dues from Danny Dynamo, who said 60 here and 60 for packets. I missed your anniversary, but I've been here since the first episode of Lightfall. I am Rat. Rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat. Bungee cord. Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay. Sure.
A red Marshtomp has showed up this time, which is good because you chase those demons away. Tom, Ree, Katie, Troth, player Matt, and the player who would be DM, Kim. Now today, Matt. Ik moi, Marshtomp, your ein unsupple boy. It's good to be back with your Tom. Wow, great job. Keep going. Oh, okay. Yep, great. Marshtomp will make sure to donate to !red. What the hell? Thank you very much, Marshtomp.
Nice.
And Jamesy Barber with $8. Well, very well done. I donated to be both to be safe. I've watched High Rollers since the beginning, having followed Kim here, which got me into D&D. Now I'm a seasoned DM in my own campaign. Thank you very much, Jamesy Barber. Varys has donated with no message. Thank you very much. Newton Dude has donated with tomfoolery upon the pitiful donation reader who mumbled my entire dono in the break. For shame. It contained toilet humor of the highest order. I can't believe you would keep the comedy gold of large PP from the people at home. Harumph. Come at me, Limit. Thanks, Newton Dude. Shishi has donated a $250, and they say, have a little shortened poem for Tom to read. Shishi, she.
Is it yeah? Is it yeah? Is it X?
It might be SHI with a little line at the top.
Okay. They might be saying thank you.
Even Kim's confused. We've got no hope.
Either way, that goes on for another like 30 to 40 seconds, so I'll skip that. Cool. Thank you very much. Graying Badger has donated with Gonghei Fat Choi. There you go.
Cantonese.
I'm gonna read all of these wrong. I'm gonna read all of them wrong. Aurora has donated a $500 and says, thank you for the cool one shot. Thank you very much. Danny Dynamo is back again and says, suck that juice.
Suck that juice. Suck that juice up.
Suck the juice.
Oh God, Red Marsh Tomp has donated again with well. Didn't realize Tom was a Minotaur and not a fox. That explains a lot. I joined late and an elephant. HRD&D Daddy done suck. Boy, wow, clap. What happened to our donation section? Just for a second, what happened?
Right.
You encouraged this.
Happened.
Then
Pretty
you've
much
encouraged
you.
it. That's exactly what's happened. Yeah, this
Why
is
is
you.
nothing?
And
All I do
Rhiannon.
is read it.
Chaos.
All I do is read it.
Do you know what it was? It was Chaos Twins happened to our donations. That's what's happened. Chaos Twins.
We don't do anything close to this insane. Conky Conky has donated with roses are red, violets are blue. This Valentine's Day, a Starbane art book for you. And there's a Dropbox link, which sure I'll open it.
Oh
It'll be a virus.
Honky Conky does get a lot of Starbane commissions made.
It's the sexy one.
I want to see.
It's all the same
link.
one.
Forward it to me.
It's pretty good.
You need to share that with us, Tom.
Pretty good. There
Where
you
are you
go.
sharing it?
Put it in our little Discord. Man, there's a lot here. There is oh my.
Oh my
Here we
god.
go.
What's it called?
Here we
Nova's
go.
Bane?
Why is it called
gonna hate it.
Nova's Bane? What the hell?
Oh wow.
Oh my god. For
Wow.
fuck's sake.
Oh my
Oh.
god. What the fuck?
He's made bloody Tuck Chingle like parody books pounded in the butt by the Crimson Star.
Oh my god.
What?
The context. I know trying to get this up. This is 21 pages of commissioned Starbane artwork in very questionable state.
It's
Why?
pretty amazing.
He's meant to
It's
be
pretty
a cool
amazing.
villain. He's a cool villain, and you've ruined him.
Oh my god.
So far, this is back to back.
Washing a spaceship!
Look at he go.
Help! Yeah, accurate. Help.
It just keeps
there's
going,
I would
Nova.
like.
So I
I
think
would
that
like
the
to have the disclaimer.
etc.
Just that it's not Nova that fancies stuff. It's Kim, but I get that Kim is not as interesting as to draw as Nova.
So yeah, it was Pumpkin, Enicola, and Peggles have all contributed to this nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
This mess.
That's
You're all on the
incredible.
list.
There you go.
I love it.
Uh,
Oh,
Using
did
A
the
Plumbers
amazing art.
Publishing.
Crimson Star.
That one's brilliant. That is
Oh,
brilliant. I
Jingle.
love that so much.
there you go.
Oh my god.
Well done,
That's so good.
Punky.
Incredible.
Thank you
good.
so
Oh,
much.
this is amazing.
I need to
Look at
print
Ghost
this out.
That little
Amazing
sneak
art.
at the end. Look at that little ghost sneak.
There's a little
I
ghost
love that.
That's the first book in the A Plumbers publishing line.
We need to
Um,
we need to
Yes.
get that like properly made
Yeah.
and bound into a book.
Fanzined. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Also,
Mark
amazing.
is
Why?
despairing at the fact that he tried to create this awesome villain,
It's
and we're just
cool
like,
villain, and then he's just
Jack
been reduced to
Darby.
this. Yeah.
And that
I
only
mean-
fuels
You
the
see him as a
fire.
piece of meat. I know.
You
You
did
see him as a
say
piece
to
of meat,
Nina-
don't you?
Yeah, but did you not say to Nina,
I
think of Loki and Kylo Ren and Moosh together?
Yes.
What did you
Visually,
expect?
yes, that's what he looks
I don't-
like.
I don't see him as
What
a
did
piece
you
of meat. I see him
expect?
as a really terrifying bad guy who just also happens to be a hot piece of ass.
Poor Kane,
Models
no
in his
lost
spare
arse.
time.
Yeah. Stomp on me, Starbane.
All right.
Fail has donated with Happy Lunar New Year. The one shot was very good and super funny. I was very excited about, and it absolutely lived up to the hype. And all the commissioned art is super pretty. Also, hysterical characters, everyone.
Mm.
We had some gifted subs from Yorkshire Dave, Cooper Orc, Kaz, Jim Prower, and also some Yog donos from Ace of Thorns that said Happy New Year. There you go.
Hey,
That's a lot.
thank you everybody.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Kim.
everybody. Thank you,
For
Kim.
organising
Great
this.
job.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
excellent,
Yes,
mega
and thank you
fun.
for playing.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We
Thank you.
will
Thank you very much.
keep an eye out on our Twitter for updates on whether Chaos Twins will happen. Who knows? Probably. They've been playing a lot of Valheim, so they'll probably do that again.
Not going to stream
oh
that again.
God.
That was
For
a
another
mess.
7 hours.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. Curse of Strahd, hopefully on Thursday, be back for Curse of Strahd, and then we'll be back to Erois next week onwards as well. And yeah,
Amazing.
keep an eye out for cool merch stuff. Keep an eye out for any updates from us on our Twitter, which is High Rollers D&D, as always. Yeah, fantastic. Kim,
Thank you
again,
very much,
well
everyone.
done. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Thank
We'll see you next time.
you.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.